Sometimes you just nail it, right?
Well, you did. You did a great job. Thank you so much, guys. We got through it. Here is the first map of your first semi-final, ladies and gentlemen. Ence versus Team Vitality. First map will be Mirage as the T-side start for the Finns. Let's go to church.
Or let's go to a pause and wait for the fifth player.
Why is this always my life?
He's done the hype up.
Every final,
I tried to tell you,
every playoff, every start, every arena. I do all
Miksi
that.
ihmeessä ilmoitukset eivät toimi?
I love the ones where we're in the arena and they'll do the walk-in.
YouTube loistava
run to the bathroom.
En dissais.
I can understand that one. There's a lot of hands in that crowd that you're touching as you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I understand that, but at the same time, they're given things to clean their hands with, right?
Listen, I don't do that.
Gasoline, whatever, dude. The point is,
I don't take part in increasing the strength of the bacteria of this world.
You know, I'd really like to see hand sanitizer esports.
JF,
Shout out to any of those.
Hand sanitizer, deodorant.
I can't even think of one. Purell, I guess.
Well, hey, now that there's 10 people in the server, I'm gonna go change. So have a good time, boys.
Oh, that was his plan.
Well, okay.
Here we go then. Let's have a look at the buys overall. No P250s. Oh, it might be the B rush again from Ence. Remember they did this before. And the bomb's heading that side of the map. Going to be having 5 sets of armor here. No grenades at all, that means, apart from the decoy, if you count that. They're actually going to head towards that underpass position. Look at the one player who's going to be in towards that palace position as well. So this could be the 8 split, a heavy focus towards connecting with the booster player up first. That's my only question mark at this point. They've been spotted.
No niin, Pevukalla toimii
ilmoitukset. Much attention for they can. Because Sergey's coming out of the palace. He's got the first kill. And this is looking very good for Ence. But there still is a CT player on the bomb side. 2, in fact, as they go for an offensive plan here. They haven't checked the bomb side completely. So Alex, still there. Should be able to find at least one here. That's a nice shot to open things up. Can he get the second? Oh, it's a struggle, but he's not going to quite find it.
Olisi se kätevää nähdä tää striimi. Mä en näe nimittäin itse tätä ollenkaan ainakaan puhelimellani.
Smoking off the bomb as this retake has come out in a 2v2. With the pressure being applied, they have tapped the bomb. They are scared that he's still on it, and he is not. They're just going to sit here right on top of it and hatch this egg.
They still have a defuse kit.
Look at this nonsense.
Tomi, mitä kautta sä pääsit tänne?
Oh!
What in the
I don't even know what happened there. So, smoke down on the bomb. It was placed at around the 15-second mark of remaining of bomb time, so that meant it was going to be there for the entire duration. And then the knife began.
YouTube on kyllä hyvä, nimittäin mä en löydä puhelimellani tätä striimiä ollenkaan. Aha, nyt tulee lukea, että striimi offline-tilassa.
It's also a pretty smart thing because Alexi commits to it, right? To get people off the bomb. That makes Vitality fall back. And the problem is Vitality can't go into the smoke unless they want to start the the sword duel going on in there. And if they stand outside, they're exposing themselves to
video ei ole
and
käytettävissä.
connector, right? So Alexi's more or less just forced Vitality into the open.
Well, it was a lot of fun. It was the A split from Ence. No grenades, remember. So that's quite a rare approach for the T side of Mirage. They're going towards B apartments, towards underpass, fast in towards connector. One player in palace. As soon as they get the aggro, that's when he swings out, gets that initial kill.
Mitä ihmettä? Mä en näe itse ollenkaan.
Vitality hits some nice shots, but Ence will be picking it up. And it's the full eco now for the French. They'll be buying up in the next round. They have not invested a single dollar here. No flashbang, and they'll be stacking towards.
Joudunko mä ottaa aloittaa vieläkin uudelleen, koska mä en näe tätä. No niin, nyt mä löysin itse tän.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, there he is. Hey, Jason, didn't see you come through here.
Feeling much more comfortable.
Ilmoitukset ei toimi.
Do you want to go get changed as well? Maybe we'll
Kanavan kautta ei voi mennä. No niin, nytten. No niin.
Definitely not laughing now. So,
wow,
you just hate fun, don't you?
He's got a little bit angry.
Just a ball of fun at parties. That's Henry Greer. You can book it for your party today.
Vielä kun näkis koneella itsekin.
200K.
200K.
That's expensive.
And you can get that treatment too while you're there.
Yeah, you'll get the full service for that.
Anyway, the catwalk take for Ence. They're going to be barreling it up there, and it's only USPs on the side of Vitality. Nothing to the side of that.
No, tänne ei ketä kattoja tuu kyllä, kun ne ilmoitukset ei toimi, että...
Move on. Ben, any thoughts?
So far?
Yeah, what have you enjoyed?
What have you really taken from
rounds?
these 2 rounds?
What can you really tell us about the game?
See, I don't know if I have time to really cover everything.
Sure,
but
so many thoughts.
Yeah, no, it's just a lot of just take in.
Well, they are going to be buying up next round. Let's talk about that, right? So they're going to have.
I admire the effort.
On täällä 5 kattoja tällä hetkellä.
A cases. They don't have like UMPs or Mac 10s or anything like that. They've actually got a pretty decent overall setup here. Vitality are going to have to make compromises though. They're not going to necessarily have all the incendiaries, the kits. They have got.
Tänään kuumemittarit on paskoja.
I think that knife attempt was cool from Zywoo because that would have given him the AWP.
Yeah,
as well, right?
yeah. But hasn't worked out. So they do not have a single kit. They are bare bones utility. If it's me calling right now, everyone has a different approach. I want to go for someone to get like a push towards A ramp or something like that. Flash over.
Yeah.
Let's go for a pick somewhere. Not a mid push. You haven't got enough utility for it. But an A ramp presence just to try and do some damage at least and bait out some grenades. And this is what they're going for. I like this. It's a good call, Jason. You got to respect it.
No, I do, but it's a great call from Vitality as well to just get 2 players close up. You go at the point of the attack. That's an awkward jump, and that's a great hold. Zywoo, 1 player in Palace to deal with it. Sergey, but the Flame's gonna force him away, and that's phenomenal.
Tuli ilmoitus äsken.
Yeah.
Selvä.
Big round. Vitality. They'll be eco if they give this one up. Ence will still have cash, so Vitality the ones that desperately need it, but the advantage lies towards Ence right now. But the bomb down, I'm not sure if Zywoo is fully aware of it. It seems he's holding position, so he must know.
He killed it, yeah. He killed the bomb
There we
carrier,
go,
so he
then.
knows it's on the ground.
So there's a smoke available. LXB with 100 HP. He's got all the time.
This is a sick reposition from Zywoo, though. Like, if you think about the fact that all of his kills came close up towards A ramp, he was underneath balcony.
Ei sille näytölle Discordi
For
kyys.
some trouble, but he's got so much time to play with, and you can see he's just being patient because he wants to find out if there's going to be any information given up by Zywoo.
Yeah. I like the fact that Zywoo is just tucking himself into a corner, so he's isolated every sort of angle.
Well,
like
that's the thing, right? It's one of those things you just. I always just tell players, like, it's better to stay in one position than just constantly moving around, right? Because then you start getting the mind game, such a big map in this scenario.
Yeah, like he knows Alexi needs to go towards the bomb at some point, and if he doesn't, the likelihood of him wrapping around is big. Oh, that's quick from Alexi.
Yeah, that's very nice. And that's a huge round for Ence to pick up as well. That is influential on the landscape of the game. Their T side, 3-0 start, potentially 4 now at the eco. And this is a map we know Vitality isn't 100% comfortable on.
But what we need, I mean, it seems like Vitality have done some sort of research. I think like what we saw is a result of limited utility, as you mentioned, but also the fact that Ence have been really hardcore on doing contact plays
I was about to say
A.
the same thing, and it's cool as well. They had the awareness, like the fact, like I called that approach, like on the CT side, right? That when you know the money's low, they're going to be working for picks. You might as well go challenge instead of being caught with your grenades out, sitting there lining up smokes. You've got your rifles out, ready for that sort of play coming in, and Ence were very, very aware indeed. So this seems like some of the mistakes they were making earlier in the tournament starting to be rectified now, and they're reading the game well.
Which bodes well. It's a good look all around. But in this round with 3 Deagles.
Vastaan mihin?
Still on the back foot.
Might be tough to get something done here.
Discordiin. Miksi vastaisin Discordiin?
Kobe?
Oh, not so much.
Those steps.
It's a rough one. Only the Mac 10 though. So that's by design. The Mac 10 is going to be investigating essentially that A bomb site. Give a call as to who's there. He spotted 2 players. He's killed one middle. They can take
Alex B.
guess that B should be reasonably clear at this point.
Especially now.
Yeah, that should be the cue for them to start making their way over about the rotations coming through from the CT.
Asioon kirjoita.
Pretty much in the bag for Ence at this point. It's just how expensive it's going to be.
Yeah, and they're going to hold on to the A. Like they don't even want to see the idea of going back to B, right?
Well, with mid control, right, you could just hit the pause button and just chill. I mean, that's basically the only place Vitality can peek for any kind of real information. So you could see just waiting on catwalk to get that one pick, and then select a bomb site. No matter where they're going to go, they're going to have a massive advantage. So yeah, losing a couple players, but nothing too bad at the moment.
Yeah,
I like that MBK is bringing the 5-7 back.
It used to be so legit.
I
find it less.
It's still a good weapon. You just can't use it like
you can't spam it like you used
exactly
to, right? That's
right.
the problem. And that's why I
bit
found
more
it
of a stationary gun.
I used to be like, I used to love the USP back in the day because you could spam that in 1.6. And
yeah.
Like you can't really do that in this game, and like 5-7 feels like that, but it's beefier.
Yeah. To me, it's like well, in many ways, it's an upgraded PT50, right?
Yeah.
Shoots a little bit harder. Again, has the same kind of difficulties with it after the change to both the 5.7 and P250. So you have to be fairly stationary to make it work.
Ence varmaan ottaa tän tästä.
Same story for Alus, where the game really begins. Our first semi-final kicking off with a bang for Ence. They're 4-0 up as the AWP battle. Oh, it's Alu. He's looking sharp this tournament, but MBK, the double kill, the organ return. You don't normally see an AWP and a rifle in the same position.
Oh god, oikeesti YouTube. No niin, nyt mä löysin takas mun striimi.
A really good start in the round for Ence.
I mean, it's just crazy that he got
Tommy nice.
Yeah. when Palu gets that kill, they don't really expect a second player. They assume that op is just the first person to the window.
Usually when you get the all pick on the T side, like there's going to be
X7 nyt on kyllä
5
ruma
seconds
AK.
on action. Everyone's like, okay, reset.
Rato hieno.
Not that quick of reply usually. That's pretty cool. MBK with 3 now, so he gets 2 of the AUG, picks up the AWP, finds another frag with that, and goes back to the rifle. So he'll have the AWP at his feet. But
he's a pretty dynamic position.
Niin jos ilmoitukset tuli, niin pari kattoa tullut lisää.
He's also kind of struck the fear into Ence, right? These last 2 players might think that ops.
On nää kuomittarit oikeesti mittaa.
At this stage, Ence probably not going to be winning the round, but if they can find a couple of kills here, maybe a plant, that would be enough just to dent the economy. But MBK's had enough. He's just taken everyone down. That's his 4th kill. He's certainly put his shift in, and 3 players will survive vitality. He could go for a double setup. I don't think we'll see that, though. It's going to be Alex retrieving it for Zywoo. Goes to MBK for now, but he goes back to the main sniper.
So I was lucky as well. He's got good, like he's got a rotation with good spawns for mid as well, which is pretty big. Leaves him with a lot of opportunity if he wants to do the catwalk jump, obviously, because I'm assuming Ence will smoke off mid window a lot of the rounds, but Zywoo obviously nails that jump pretty much whenever he wants to, so that is always going to be an option for him.
Yes, muke toi.
Well, here we go.
Sortis muke.
Round 6 vitality.
Yrittikö se flashin
Got a
vai
chance
minkä
to
se
break the
oli?
economy and another change of pace, another highly
Nyt tulee
aggressive
lujaa.
play. I don't think Sergei realizes
Sergei
it's
kuolee.
beneath them, and yeah, they don't even check it, but that's a
Ei
great
kuollutkaan.
trade.
Joku hyppäsi ensiksi.
And they're not even actually going to end up at this B bomb site. They just want to apply the pressure. Oh, Sergei almost gets another one, but look how much this has pulled them away from A. That bomb site is going to be so clear. Vitality has bit this fake. Hook, line, and sinker, as the fishermen say.
Yes, the fishermen.
Tää on niin aamusta tää peli, että täällä ei oo paljon kattoja. Tää niinku aamusta näitten
Really racked your brain on that one.
Absolutely.
Wondering where the dramatic pause is going.
I kind of want to like back
ulkomaalaista
things
aikaa
up on that
tuota
one.
kattoo yleensä.
Okay, yeah, it's my fault. You couldn't think of anything to say.
Well,
I love that. Just,
I'm
Jason
sorry,
kind of
you
fucked
guys.
the whole thing.
I'm over you guys so much.
Are you going to take the dinosaur up out? Maybe have a couple of minutes time out, take that thing off, and we'll come back to this.
Is this just really keeping you going right here, or what's the deal?
It's radiating a lot of heat. And sexual
Is that
energy.
It's more than
It's that tail, you know, that
Yeah.
stiff tail.
Selostilla menee niinku ennen peliä ei mene lujaa, ne selostaa ihan oikeita asioita, mutta sitten ne alkaa menemään taas vähän
Yeah,
lujaa.
I'm actually gonna get out of this.
Aleksilla
I'll
alla
let
tarroja,
Howard
no
go,
niin.
then I'll
Take
figure it
that
out.
banana out, sweetheart. Let's go.
The costume.
How many
everyone-
times have you said that?
You're leaking.
Kaikilla omat aseet.
Right, off it comes. There we go. Slip it off. Get into something more comfortable.
There's something seriously wrong with all of us.
I think mainly me, but
Well, you're not alone, I'll tell you that.
yeah.
Like,
Oh, thanks, man.
We're all in this together.
Well, that's a big reply from Ence. After giving up one round, remember they had plenty of money in the bank. Vitality, they'll have pretty much max loss bonus at this point. Might be 4th stage. No, it looks like 4th stage, 2100 because Dawi has 31. So they've got Alex on the saved org. He can drop a FAMAS. They can actually buy into this one. They can even go for a double orb setup if they wanted to. Maybe that would be the call considering 2 players are quite low, but I doubt it. Zywoo still relatively quiet. I haven't seen him very early days. He hasn't had any impact so far.
Alexi B, on the other hand, is not doing so bad here going into the 7th
Lighten
round.
it up.
That's
Light
what
it
I'd
up.
like to see. Orp is out. Orgs 2. MBK, SMG, I'd imagine. Yeah, I guess the MP9. Utility as well. So not as bad as it was when they had to push the A ramp, but still with Zywoo glass cannon and no kits, limited utility on 2 players, I would say maybe you do need to make a play at this point. Zywoo fumbles the jump, so he's got no armor, remember. Now Vendetta, you don't want to make those sort of plays with no armor. That's why it's called the glass cannon, right? That's too committed, I would say, right?
Yeah, I don't know if he like pulled a Dexter special
5 kattoja.
and rushed mid after a failed after a
was
failed
like,
catwalk
if
jump,
he
but
had
it didn't seem
armor-
like he tried to really jump for catwalk either. So I'm a bit
Sillä mä oon toivossa, että mä olisin kipeä, niin mä voisin katsoa se finaali. Saisi aamulla herätä.
But when he committed to the shot in the open, even if he got the first one without the armor, he was always going to die. As soon as a bullet touches you without armor, it's called aim punch. Your cross-out or scope in this case is just gone. You're not going to hit any shots. So that was a very committed move.
And I feel like if you're going to do that much of a committed move for a guy who doesn't have armor, maybe I mean it's a big investment considering how little utility they have, but throw the smoke down in from mid so he does have an escape path potentially.
Or just a flash from connector from a teammate. You know, just where he does it, it seems like they were having 2 players top and middle, and I guess it might have been communicated that he missed the jump and he was just going to see what he could do with it, but definitely could have had some backup, maybe a trade, but either way, still a 4 and 4. And so,
Timing oli X-Venillä aika maittava.
They got no grenades now. They got MP9s, M4s, 0 grenades or kits. Like, they are done for here. Someone has to make a play.
And it's just such a slow hit that it applies so much pressure. Yeah, now he's really one more in CT spawn, one more on catwalk. But Ence have great positions. The only problem right now is the time of the clock, and that actually helps out in a big way. Rounds over 6-1, and the AWP is going to get picked up as well.
Oh, that power button. There it is.
They found it.
They just installed a power button on the TV for you, Jason.
There you go. Back at it again.
Okay. Well, back into the action.
Yeah.
All right,
Wait,
well,
no.
maximum loss bonus found this round, but another partial buy, I would say. Vitality really struggling here. Some questionable decisions in terms of the aggression displayed. That's why we see a lot of teams reel it in until they get an established economy, because then they can actually get the full buy out there. If the round goes wrong, they have a bit of backup. Yeah. This is the partial buy, so you can see when armor, you can like take a bullet or two and you'll be fine. And you actually slow down dramatically. Your crosser goes all over the place. You don't have it's a real nightmare.
Epäilen tuossa kuumemittari, kun se ei ole näyttänyt mulle kertaakaan muuta kuin 36,9.
It's been a pretty driving force for the Vitality lineup.
Well, he's just down there. If you want to go give him like a little pep talk,
yeah,
you could do that.
Listen, we're going to go to the basketball court. We're going to talk it out. I saw him shooting some hoops.
So I'm slam dunking.
Yeah, he dunked on DJ the other day. It was pretty nuts.
Someone dunked on DJ?
Yeah, Dr. Dunk, or Dunk Daddy DJ has been...
Mitä ukko? Eipä mitä ihmeellistä.
Dunk Daddy.
Anyway, it's just our brains firing on all cylinders.
Well, these are the sort of rounds where you can get back into the game. You win one of these with Deagles, all of a sudden it's 6-2. You're feeling the confidence. They've gone for a B stack this time. Very popular in today's game. See if this works out for them. Can be shut down. Have they got an SMG on towards T side? No. So they can't throw someone in to investigate. They're going to go back towards A, which is the right call. A little bit of presence with a smoke towards window, I believe, with that one.
I always wonder what happens and whoever makes the calls in these kinds of rounds, where like it's a blind stack.
You have no real intel.
And you just see the T team just make a decision to go to the right bomb site.
Mä jotenkin ruokaa, mulla on nälkä.
Nothing towards middle, like you haven't seen a boost towards short. Like there's no presence at all, right? You're just going to go in, we have superior firepower, use our grenades to smoke, you're going to treat it like a gun round in terms of the final play. But yeah, essentially it could be 5 people there, you don't really know. There's the first, and you can see them being very tentative and checking every nook and cranny.
I think, you know, on average, like if you don't have any information to allow for,
A is just the safer bomb site.
Exactly, right? So if you have utility, you can clear out so many angles, force people out into the open. Easier to get trades without CTs ducking out.
Yep, Alex finding a big kill.
They've got a smoke as well.
This one has gotten a little scary for the inside. However, they do have the bomb planted. That's in their pocket. Alex picked up the AK. 2 kills right there. Cleaning it all up.
Told ya. Went around with the pistols. All bets are off.
To be fair, that should have never happened.
No.
That was atrocious.
No, like the fact they're all dead before anyone's even touched the bomb, like your setup's not good. That should not be happening. Like you haven't used a crossfire there. If you're getting picked up 1-by-1 and no trade in a 3-on-3 against Deagles, yeah, something's gone really wrong there. That goes back to the mistakes that's been haunting them.
Was that planted front of bomb site?
They're all in such separate jewels right now.
So the AWP came out of the smoke because he was smoked off. You just have to kind of trust your teammates at that point, don't you?
Yeah.
Like not panic and just say, I'm smoked off, you guys need to handle this.
Well then, Vitality finds some footing. That partial buy leads them to this position. Residual cash and everything they need for a full gun round here. So now maybe we can start exploring some aggression, just like this. Apex with the AK as well. He wants to start taking matters into his own hands, and well, X7's has snatched them away, I'm afraid.
That's the end of that. My goodness.
I like the idea. You got to show some confidence. You had a great tournament so far for those sort of plays.
Yeah, and that's how they're going to get in this game in a big way. Taking the fight to Ence rather than letting them dictate where the fight's taking place.
Nice work.
Right now, X7 dictating all around the map. Until then.
Yeah, tried to overwhelm the B bomb site with a solo play. Gets 2 kills. Still possible to win this one. He's laid the foundations. 1 minute 10 remaining. It's Alu and Ariel up with the AWP and the AK-47 respectively. They're going to head towards B. I'd imagine contact play, but Alex has played really well here. He's going to get at least 1 kill off this, and that should be enough to win the round.
Yeah, I can't imagine anyone hard clearing this.
Not in this sort of situation.
Precision's really far off, though. Oh, it's not going to matter. Played it out the shot as well. Really well played from Alex.
Yeah, good position.
One thing I really like from Ence, though, to get these 6 rounds is they're one of the strongest teams we have at the moment of like mid-round decision making and cohesion, and they're initiating a lot of this action like super early. So most of these rounds they've had like a minute, 50 seconds to make a decision on what to do, and they've just been so good in those scenarios. It's just kind of cool watching them play to their strengths in that way.
Yeah, it's a death sentence right there when you take that shot. You know it, dude.
That's a pretty desperate little quick peek.
It's like, well, that's the end of that. I'll just take my hands off the mouse and keyboard.
Just call it a day.
Is this going to be another contact play? They do have a smoke and a flash, I guess, on the aerial, so you might set up for the lamp. Okay, it's going to be smoke.
I imagine they'll go with it, though, right? Like
Yeah, they'd have to.
almost made it.
Here
Wow.
we go, bomb denied. Easy cleanup for Vitality.
Yeah, had the chance of a bomb plant, but unfortunately just overwhelmed by these rifles.
All right, boys, we've got a game on our hands.
Yes, indeed.
Vitality are arriving. It's not too late. They can even come back and win this half 9-6. RPK, as Trey said, very quiet 1-7, but they can still bring this one back. They're finally getting themselves secured. You can see Ence starting to be drained of cash now. It's Alu this time with the glass cannon. No grenades either, so he really is hoping this pick works out for him. On the T side, it's a lot scarier to have that glass cannon. You're very vulnerable to grenades. You're the one challenging the choke points. And you can see now they're really starting to get on their feet. They're starting to push towards middle, getting these setups there to deny access towards those mid boxes.
It's the confidence that all the utility you have now
Exactly.
on the CT side provides.
That's what they needed just to get into this game.
Open up the playbook.
Yeah, you can't do much when you've got an MP9, no kits, no incendiaries. Now you've got all the bells and whistles. 4 orgs as well, really focusing on that scoped weapon. One player watching top of middle from Connector. Alex in a swing position. He can watch towards underpass and help out middle if required. Dropping some utility now at a good time as well. Not wasting the start of the round, but he does go down to aerial.
Apex, great position to get a return frag. Might not expect like 7. We certainly didn't.
Some really nice trades. That
Yeah.
that mid defense actually wasn't bad, all things considered. Just the fact they only had NBK inside the A bomb, so he got legged immediately. There's just not anything he can really do to defend.
What was the other nade?
Balls
he
all
threw?
over.
He got another smoke as well, I think. So they know where Apex is. He threw incendiaries and now spamming everything. He's going to go down here. Alu, glass cannon, 2 kills towards the end. It was a gamble, but it's certainly worked out for him. That's going to be 7-4, but remember, there's plenty of cash in the Vitality side after winning 4 rounds. Round 12 coming in. Ooh, we see them change things up. I don't think we'll see a double orb from them. Haven't really noticed that throughout the tournament. Rest in peace, the M4, I guess. These guys just don't go near it at all.
We'll be seeing that more and more.
Yeah, it just breaks your heart a little bit, Jason.
It
That's
does.
what right?
It really does.
As old boys, you don't love to see it.
It's been one of my best friends, the M4, since 2001.
Damn.
Damn.
Bye-bye.
I guess it's kind of come full circle in that sense, though, for you, right? Because it's back to a weapon that you can scope with. It's like the go-to.
Shout out to Henry G Quiz.
The Henry G Quiz, yeah. That was a pretty good question. Well then. Remember we talked about their contact plays on the end side. They've been doing it all tournament. This is more the same. They've got out the A ramp and they've got a couple of smokes down there. Molotov towards Sandwich. Is it touching Alex? It is now. He's tucked it up in the corner though. It's not quite deep enough. Maybe that's a CT incendiary, I think. Landing on towards Tetris.
I mean, if that was a T-Molly, that was a blunder and a half.
Oh, Sergey, though.
1v2 with Sergey. The AWP in Zywu's hands. RPK to his side. And nothing that he can get done.
One thing I'd really like in this game, if we just get like a blue outline on that Molotov so I can see who threw it, you know?
Ooh, actually, that's a good...
Just a real faint blue outline so we can see it's a CT or T thrown thing.
I can't imagine CT really throwing that Molotov. I guess it landed top mountain.
It landed on top of Tetris, right? It spilled over to Sandwich. I was like, maybe they threw it a little bit too shallow.
That makes sense.
But it does spill in the cone, right? It falls out the direction you throw it. So, I don't know.
It's all a bit weird.
I don't know. Either way, Vitality win the round, so it's all good. It's going to be a full eco at this point. It's just Sergey's got Deagle armor. Zeus on the T side, is that?
Yeah.
See that too often.
Never really know, man.
Oh, that nade. It's going to hurt.
Iloinen lapsi, kun sai ruokaa.
Payoff for that follow-up.
Yeah, I'm getting ready for all the damage. I'm about to scream. And then oh, it's the bug.
Waiting to see bodies fly. Nothing.
Yeah. People have paid good money for this, and we just want to see those explosions. Not getting that.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
That's more like it.
Row. Ooh, with the little pop flash. Decides not to repeat right away. And there's
he's
the-
done it!
Wait,
But
what?
it's the X7.
Okay, yeah, right, okay.
Ah!
Alexa was like, oh, that's a little bit too much.
Mitä
It's an enter
ihmettä?
7.
I'm surprised that RPK had no idea how close they actually were to turning that corner. Oh, okay.
There we are.
What would you call that, Henry? A blunder?
Which
Is it a what bottom
was,
wall?
that wasn't the Zeus on the teammate. He killed his teammate at the PD50. He did
Yeah,
Zeus to CT.
Yeah.
Ah.
Alexa was the one who punished X7 for using a Zeus.
Yeah. He's like, get
Sorry, my vision's getting bad.
nasty ass shit out of him. Killed him for it.
They're
Yeah.
gonna
Mä kuvitelsa ajatukset tässä tilanteessa.
He's coming up later.
Ja Vitalitykin näköjään comebackissa sillä aikaa, kun mä
Yeah,
jahkees
snap,
ruokaa.
get it done.
He's coming. He's angry.
Yeah. Watch out, y'all.
Well then, Galil's a bit of a ropey buy here for Ence, and Vitality right back into this. Goes to show you that money system is quite forgiving these days. You don't get fully reset like you used to in the old system. Vitality might be out of this game. They lost that one round. They would have been a reset in the old setup, and now
They're loving it.
they have plenty of cash. They had enough money to buy after that, so not as detrimental it seems. Allows us to see more gun rounds and closer games.
Classic little A setup here from Vitality. Championed by Fallen and Co. RPK is taking significant damage over towards B. He hasn't really seen too much action on B, and when they finally arrived, he hasn't really been too successful. Well, he feels like he hasn't really gotten into the game. Kind of sucks playing that B abs area.
No en varmasti.
Team just targets mid or A quite a lot. You don't really get to have a fair shot at getting into the game.
This is a cool setup, though. See if Ence can bust this up. That's a big-time kill. That's pushing towards the B halls, but ZywOo has not budged. That's going to be an easy kill for him. No follow-up on A ramp for Ence. Looked like they wanted to start adjusting based off that kill towards the B bomb, so they might turn it into more presence. Oh, it's a nice shot. That's the bomb, though. So now Vitality's going to have an idea what's coming.
We'll have to see, Jason. ZywOo, he'll at least find the first. That's Sergey going down, but still a 3-on-3, but time ticking away. Starting to run out of resources now. Ence will make their way towards the A site. It's scrappy. It looks like they're out of this one. It's just a little remaining.
Nope.
2 versus 1, X7.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think he has any time to do anything with this. The bomb is down at A ramp. He'll have to give in and save the AK.
That was the first round this half where I felt like Ence got a little bit lost across the map.
They're starting to drop off now.
Yeah. I mean, that was when I don't know if maybe the indecision caused by that D pick, like, you know, they were considering going back for it, but they were all disconnected. There was no teamwork there.
Yeah.
ZywOo was able to get a couple kills with that AWP with no pressure on him applied whatsoever.
Yeah. Well,
How many rounds have Vitality picked up now in quite a short sprint? Heather, if you could pick up the
What the fuck?
6 of the last 7.
Yeah, that's quite the run.
that is
Oh,
really disrespectful
SMR.
what everyone's talking about with the money system these days. You have this massive lead, and then boom, the money's still there for Vitality, and they can bring it right back, and you're punished for having no loss bonus built up yourself for the last half. Double up
Varmaan
setup.
todella
Double up setup.
miellyttävän kuuloista.
3 augs, 7-7.
Apex being the one opping. What?
Yeah, you got MBK on the team. Apex picking it up.
Maybe he had a good spawn. Or something.
Solo B defender maybe?
Everybody from Vitality's found their way over now to this A site, which is exactly where they should be. Just trying to clear it out as best as they can. Picked apart right at the seams. RPK finding the kill on a Sergey.
Minne jätkä yritti ampua?
This is in a 2v3 now with another frag coming in, and you're right. Bomb hasn't been planted. Still a minute on the clock, so nothing to worry about. But backstab up Catwalk, it's just taking its sweet time. Didn't get there quite quick enough. It'll be Alu. He's got to win a 1-on-3 to get this last round for Ence in the half.
Reconfirm.
HP, it's going to be a tough time against that of Alex and RPK.
Yeah, I think his days might be numbered here. Alu is very good, but he just doesn't really have anything apart from this Orc, 4 HP, no bomb, no nades. CT's just running down that time.
Usturuni.
And they've done a really nice crossfire as well. You can't really do much.
4
about this.
HP naatteja.
Box and
Let's
shadow.
go.
So on top of it, it's a really awkward position to pre-aim. We'll see if Alu even considers it.
That's the last round. He's going to go
he's
for
going
it.
for it.
Oh, did he back? You see? Yeah, you see the back.
All right, bit of a gift.
Pretty
There's
weird.
no way, though. There's way too many
Oh.
angles to check.
Oh!
Hey.
Alex.
The ballsy jump up on the box there, but
Yeah.
gets it done nonetheless. 8-7 half, and what started very slow for Vitality.
Hakea lisää ruokia.
Yeah, the reverse sweep coming in. 6-1 down. They bring it back to 8-7 in their favor.
Only drop 1 round in that stretch.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
pretty
this
wild.
started off of Alex round eco, right?
Yeah,
Three
they've
kill.
won a single eco and then they lost that round after that. And then once they got financially secure again with that max loss bonus, you could see when they got everything they needed, all the incendiaries and kits and stuff, they actually looked pretty decent. They could start exploring some of those aggressive plays and finding those first picks. And Ence didn't really have a response for that he said. As Jason said, they looked maybe a little bit overwhelmed.
MBK
Ei
and
mitään
Alex
haju, kumpi oli paremmin.
quite a bit of kills here.
16 apiece. Well,
Asia pian.
pistol round of the second half.
Yeah, this pistol round's pretty important. We're talking about gaining some momentum early on in the half. Maybe get something going completely in your way consistently.
See if what team will be able to do so.
As the match is paused, we will.
So Henry, take it away. Like,
What do you want? What do you want? I can do?
build this one up
Okay.
as we're paused.
I feel the quiz was almost ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, second half about to begin. Ence with their backs to the wall. This is their pick. It was looking so strong for them, but it's Vitality now. Brought the game right back in their favor. They switch over to the CT side, and we'll have a look at the purchases as they come in. We didn't see any utility from the Finns. Will the French have a different approach? It seems so.
He's got the
Apex
smoke, the
with the
Molotov.
smoke.
Kyllä ensin nyt oma mappi pitäisi sentäs
Oh my
voittaa.
god, he's got a P250!
The
Freeze time coming to an
God
end.
damn it!
Unbelievable scene. Let's get the pistol round underway.
Have you ever seen anything like it?
This is what Counter-Strike is all about.
There it
Selvä.
is.
Can
Freeze
you
time
believe it?
cancels. In just about 15 seconds, we're going to be getting it going here.
Getting the show on the road.
Getting her
Yeah.
done.
I'm
Get her
assuming.
done.
Get it done, bud.
So what are we thinking? Ollie buys a P250 even though he has a USP, or is he gonna buy more utility?
We saw
They need a kit.
they've been
they
buying
have one.
P250s on the CT side weirdly this tournament. A couple of teams have.
Yeah.
I don't know why you do that. I'd have to
Is he
ask them.
saving
Onko rykää B?
$500?
No mä jo ajattelin,
Yeah,
että
I suppose so.
rykää B.
Gotta respect that.
All about the long term.
Pitäis 2 mil.
Money in the bank.
Ooh, look at this
I'm
B
so-
stack as well.
Stealth as ever. Sergey with his head turned into the corner here in the B site.
Yeah, he's very
Playing
dodging flashes.
Yep. Playing that anti-flash.
Let's see if they bust it up though, because
Oh, they're gonna
Yes.
go run right
Catwalk.
into it.
okay, catwalk. Here we go. Here we go. X7 trying to hold the line, but the rest of this hit, this crossfire is so strong.
Pois.
Boom. One more. Yep. there it is.
Nice.
That was Alexi. Zywoo and Apex with a pretty tough task ahead of them. Alexi being 1 HP, but that's
Alexi
still
löi
4 defenders
okay.
alive for Ence on the CT side.
Woo.
Man,
Ariel
no
just
more.
Waiting for
Vitality.
Apex.
Montako se
on
otti?
that
Sergikin.
backstab.
I love
Sergei
setting
kun
up your
Mikko
star
kolme.
player.
Ei,
with
kai
bait,
se otti
you know,
2.
hide in the corner, take those perfect mid-range fights. It's lovely.
Boom.
See a young Moses in that
Yeah.
position.
Exactly.
I can see it too.
Hair
That was nice.
blowing in the wind.
Back to there.
Oh. Oh, I thought you were talking about your brother. My bad.
Oh, that was good. His name, your
That's
brother's
all
name is Hare, wasn't it? That's
Yeah,
pretty
but
good.
you
Oh,
know,
hair,
it's
yeah.
the animal, not the
Yeah.
actual.
Yeah.
Yeah. H-A-R-E, Trace.
it's-
Word of the day for you.
That's just his name. No, I did enjoy that POV footage. That I think it's on YouTube.
Yeah, from one of the old CVLs.
Yeah, they have the voice comm. Danny, what?
Just yelling at people.
It's so good. It's on Cobble.
Se oli
Round,
nopea runi.
Not much could be done there. Vitality do lose it, as kind of expected. All things
We got in
considered.
trouble at that event. That was one of the first events they had cameras at, like doing content. My brother would always yell, you know, bad words.
Stuff.
The bad words or
What
just
kind of bad words
friendly
are we
words,
talking here?
bad
Like
words?
bad words, like, well, just like, you know, fuck, shit, you know, that kind of
Wow, I
stuff.
can't.
Get
All the
fucked.
I can't
swears.
believe.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't anything terrible, but because it was one of the first events with the cameras, they came by and they're like, yeah, if you guys do that again, we're going to have to, like, disqualify you. Because, you know,
being
sponsors-
disqualified
the
fucking
sponsors,
Moses?
the sponsors won't like that.
You know who they're dealing with? I
You
like
tell them,
this.
you know who I am?
Yeah, that's what
I'm
we
Jason
said.
O'Toole.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that solved all the problems.
Check out this gun round, guys. It's not gone well for Vitality.
It really hasn't. It's a nice aggressive push from Ence. Similar scenes to the first half.
No
They really
heipä
had
hei Pavelzz.
some impact early on the round and shut down the default. You saw that smoke towards the underpass and ducking and weaving. They've managed to find 3 kills to kick things off here. Big round for Ence. They knock on the door.
Addiktio väännä tätä.
Zywoo giving his position up. Still not really
Mikkiä.
seeing that much from him in terms of star power.
Tartten
It's been a very
Fiiket
average
Spinneri.
tournament for him, and everyone's such a fan. They want to see the huge AWP highlights.
Vois oikeesti vedettiin fidget
Mirage is a bit of a
spinneri.
specialist map for him as well. It's where you see most of his best well done. RPK will at least find one in return.
Just trying to do what damage they can. They don't want to let
To me, Drasons. Prolagi.
Disaster for Vitality. RPK and Zywoo just need to get something going here. Take a few more guns. Perhaps get a bomb plant. You know, just the little things.
That's a nasty little off angle.
Yeah,
Vähän se väärä angeli. Angeli suuntaan kulmaa.
gets two. So easy for Ence.
Kind of a disaster of a round if you're Vitality. You would have liked to at least do some economic damage. Only one kill is not quite good enough.
Nice work.
Wait, I was wondering who did that. Wait, where'd that come from?
It's in-game trace.
Who did what? I think you're just hearing things at this point.
It might be, honestly.
Has to be the eco here, boys. Anyone got any jokes or anything? Any...
All right, I got one. Ready?
Oh, all right.
I
He
got
doesn't
it.
normally have much to prepare. What have we got for us?
Katsojakin alkaa jostain tulla tänne
Duck
päin.
walks into the bar, right? He's got his little duck friends, and like they all just go to the bar.
All right,
the
it's
bartender's
fantasy
sitting
joke.
there.
All right.
So he orders a drink, and the bartender
Hallo,
says,
mitä
"How can you
ihmettä?"
pay for this?" He goes, "Put it on my bill."
Vahingossa oli
Yeah, I've heard
PS
you tell me
Spaceillä.
before. It's pretty good though.
Fuck.
It's pretty good.
Oo,
Recycling jokes. I
Like,
didn't realize you'd heard that one.
nätti se on.
Jason kind of
Kyllä
smiled.
kieltämättä.
He's smiling right now.
Maybe
look
more
at
of a
him.
wince. I'm
I
not sure.
smiled more out of like it was just uncomfortable.
It's like
It's the only
Yeah,
way to really
watching a
define
car
it.
crash
Yeah.
sort of thing. It's
I
like,
guess
oh,
Jason
God.
wearing Raiden costume is comfortable, so
That was actually,
I know you kind of like that, but
it was confusing and also,
Arousing.
yeah. Like
You
I
brought
had a
something you
lot
didn't know
of
you had in you.
different feelings I hadn't really experienced before, and I
But
thought I was
Jos
pretty
Ence ei
Yeah.
voita,
ever
niin
since you heard the
vastaa
news, you
yeah, ever
kinda-
since I heard that.
seurauksista. Haha.
Explore those feelings. They don't hide them.
Ensin
I
kyllä
don't
pakko
wanna
voittaa
have
nyt.
he's got a nice new place in Malta you can go hang out at, Jason.
I am. You
Yeah,
can
actually
come
he
too,
is.
yeah.
He's coming.
Yeah, it's on the agenda.
Back to the game, Halvor, take over.
Here we go. We see Vitality finally trying to pressure through for some mid control. We're gonna have even trades coming out.
Miksi Allu olet
So a
bot?
lot better go of it than in the previous buy round.
Allu, why you bot?
To one Ence player, that's X7 going down. Also leaves the B bomb site completely open.
Wow. I thought that would do a lot more damage.
I did too, but they've
He's a
gotten here.
tank.
Oh, this is great utility. Alexi actually had a great chance to try and find a kill before the bomb went down, but that's perfect usage. It forces an awkward play out of Sergey.
GG runita. GG täältä
And
runita.
it gives Vitality their first win on this T side. Game on.
They butt heads towards that middle position. 3 players on either side, it felt like. Back and forth we went. The AWP was up close and personal once more. Vitality finish up towards that B side of the map, and looks like they've actually indeed got their first round. We'll see if they can keep this up. Here's Apex, managing to find the penultimate kill. AWP to finish things off. Zywoo hopefully can put on a bit of a party for us now as they head towards middle once again. CT Money starting to run low once more. Alu, glass cannon once again. More defensive than Zywoo was his. Trying to find that first pick, and now he's in trouble. He's on the left-hand side of the window. Remember, no armor. Gets tagged as well. He is the walking wounded right now, as Alexi will have the secondary AWP towards the CPO house.
Walking wounded.
Yeah, I like that.
Potentially walking dead. It's Alexi trying to hold on to this catwalk area. The Molotov he did use did get extinguished just a little bit, so he's going to throw smoke of his own.
Mulla on semmonen tunne, että mä katsoin nykyään tästä lähtien kaikki Ensen pelit.
What a weird round. They're just pushing through this.
What is going on?
This is pretty much chaos.
Jason,
What
get us
the-
out of here.
Dude, Alexi missed so many shots. I can't believe he even got a kill out of that.
Everybody missed so many shots.
Yeah, but I like the bait and switch, right? Disappear into the smoke, and they jump through thinking it's going to be the AWP, and there's a UMP on the other side. But, I mean, that was just...
It was worth 2 kills,
That
though,
was
the UMP.
nasty. Yeah, it
Jesus.
should have been, shouldn't it?
I was like straight out of matchmaking.
Yeah, that wasn't pretty.
I'm not going to tell you try it.
Yeah, he's got 1,200 wins.
Yeah, something ridiculous. I don't really...
Täällä kun katsoo niinku ihan joka puolella, ihan missä tilanteessa saa kaikki kulmat, mutta sitten jossakin G4-pelissä, joo, mennään vaan juusta midiä, joo, no niin, täältä tullaan.
Actually, I don't know.
Lähdetään saitille päin.
Yeah, so good on Valve for not telling me how many I've lost. Probably a little bit more
For all their
demoralizing.
sins, that
Valve
really...
not in the business of telling people how much of a loser they are.
Yes, you have in fact been stuck in Gold Nova 1 for the past 5 years.
Here we go.
Oh,
Screaming the kills.
niillä on
Big
ekana.
skirmish here. Alu finding one, but all in all, these pistols.
Oh, Apex could taste those frags.
Apex eating them alive.
Sieltä pistelee.
11.
Make a wish.
What's your wish, Trace?
Am I supposed to tell you guys?
Yeah, it's more fun. Otherwise, really doesn't work on a
Well, I
broadcast.
thought that if you told people your wish, then it didn't come true.
Okay.
That's with birthdays.
Yeah, that's just with
You blow
candles.
Candles. Okay. I wish for peace on the sofa.
That's fair enough. I think it's been pretty peaceful today. No one's snapped yet. Which
Still
is-
early, still
after
early.
About hour 1 is normally when it goes
Kind of
down.
got
so.
weird about my dragon costume, so I just kind of.
I think that was a bit of comedic relief we needed as RPK. And it's a nice opening frag trying to push toward that underpass position. This is looking better for Vitality. Rough starts on both sides now, but they're bringing it right back. Sergey will do what he can. It's set up Alexi B as well. Somehow, some way, Ence bring this back to a 2 versus 1. They've got the bomb, though, on the Vitality side. Oh, they're both together on short. Look at the flashbangs. Great usage there. And Ence
Tää menee aika tiukoille tää peli.
12-11. They'll save the AK and the AWP as well.
Yeah, and Apex right there. I mean, albeit everybody's blind, him to try to skate underneath there was probably about the best option he had.
I thought he was going to get away, actually. But honestly, I didn't think they'd come back through that smoke. But that, I mean, this game started turning into a bit of a brawl, isn't it? That was a super fast-paced round.
That it was. RPK still a little bit quieter over there towards Vitality. If he gets into the game, this is big trouble for Ence. But as it stands, 12-11. And the Finns standing tall.
Alright, so that's 3 flashes from Vitality used into mid.
I think they're just
no
trying
game.
to make it look like they're trying to call the bluff that Ence wouldn't maybe challenge mid to know that there's nobody there.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, nobody has actually looked on the side of Ence, but they're pretty well set up to
They had
deal with
Alu
anything.
was in window room to like listen for information, right? He was. I don't think he was actually peeking.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oof, big pick. Apex seems to be coming to his own now, finding openings left, right, and center. But Ariel, he'll get the bomb down there. Nice footwork to get down from Shadow, but surely not worth another. He will, in fact, take down Apex there and keep Ence in contention for the round. 50 seconds remain. Vitality don't need to force the issue here, but they are running out of utility.
That's a hastily thrown smoke as well. That could actually cause problems. It's pretty shallow. And
Yeah.
there it is. There's a gap in that left side, I think.
That stops the bomb plant in a big way. Now a real stalemate here for Vitality as he's just trying to claw back into this round. 2v2 though. Make that a 2v1. X7 with the AUG's gonna have to come in from connector.
Oof, not the
Vitality, this is
Why did he take that so fast?
best. I don't know.
Everything's been going fast so far.
Yeah, it's a very quick-paced game.
It's the first game of the day. I feel like
Just
we're
gotta
not
try some
seeing
things out.
the prettiest stuff being presented right now. It's been a very scrappy game, I'll say that much. I kind of get what he was trying to do. Like, he was hoping that
Maybe he's going to
go for a
bomb
fake
plant.
plant or something, or go for the plant, and he could get in there and put him in a really uncomfortable position. Evie was going for the fake plant, but it just ended up him putting himself in the open, no cover, and just had to take the fight. Already expended 20 bullets, and he was pretty much done for.
Alexi B with the triple-double today gets the teammate award, teammate award early on.
Is there a teammate award? That's a
Can-
new one,
There is
We can
now.
make up an award every round if we really wanted to.
I guess. There's no rules here.
It's a bit of an issue though, because Alexi had like,
Anything goes.
I think Alexi had like 14 frags really early on, like back in the first half.
So it's kind of quieted down.
Yeah, no, I mean he's I guess focused on being
I
a
think when
pass
Trace-
first.
Pelzillä meni aika huonosti nyt nää runit. Nää viimeiset 5 runia, 1 voitto vaan.
Yeah.
Vitality
So
lynnä.
he's been
Ja
focusing on
mulla pitäisi
getting
ottaa
teammates
vielä
involved, I
ensin.
guess.
There you
Just
go. Just getting assists
tagging him
now.
up.
Like I
Vähintään
was getting
pääsisi
kills in
sitä
the first half,
jatkoa.
now I'm just going to get some assists.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Omaa karttaa ei voi kyllä millään hävitä.
But this round is going to be a little bit tougher than the last. No rifles for that event.
The irony of this is Natu was talking to us about how Ence doesn't necessarily always start games very strong.
Yeah.
In this game, they've started both halves on winning streaks, and then they've just completely dropped the ball. They're about to get reversed upon. So Vitality, great chance to take the lead.
Very, very sneaky over there towards the halls. And again, let's remind you that as this map starts to come to a head, it'll be Overpass next, followed by Inferno. This map picked by Ence. Currently, they find themselves neck and neck.
On mielenkiintoista.
That balcony to the palace side. It could prove to be fatal should MBK decide he wants to go for a stroll. Seems like Vitality don't want to walk into any stacks right here, and rightfully so.
Sergey's been pretty deadly with that deagle at times.
There it is.
But it shouldn't matter. All the kills killing away at Vitality.
Oh, basically the best ones. Especially you get that as well. A little bonus prize at the end.
Rakennut aceä, koska älkää aceä se kyllä silleen antakaa.
There's the tank.
They take the lead on the T side here. And what is the money situation? It's not amazing. There's definitely enough for a full buy there. But again, Alu would be glass cannon. No thought about it. He's gone straight in for it. That's exactly enough for an AWP. And you can see they will have a distinct lack of utility. Might have wanted to go for an SMG or two on a couple of these players because you can see Alexi B, very basic utility. Alu and nothing. No incendiaries across the board. This will be a rough round. And looks like Vitality might be setting up for the flash attack from the Palace position where you send 3 players towards that spot. You wait for the initial utility, 2 flashes over, smoke and CT spawn, and you're just going to attack as quickly as you can just to try and surprise them. It's more of a pounce setup than anything. They have 1 player towards B that's baiting some presence just to try and show it's a default perhaps, just so they can't start pushing B and then lose that information. It means they can maybe slow things right down, but they've actually left the Palace, so maybe going back to the execution, we'll see.
Ence need a good hold. This defense at least seems like it's the right call for the moment. They're close enough. I mean, this could easily be a fake, and if you have these 3 players,
Ääniä vähän lujemmalla
they're
tästä.
be able to call that fake super quick.
Well, they're playing in front of smokes regardless, so at least if they do have a full A commitment, they can fend it off.
Yeah, if it's a committal, they get to avoid the set piece. If it's a fake, they get all the information.
And to mid Vitality go with RPK.
Like so you got the AWP protecting aerial here. As soon
Aerialilla, sen se jo hanskoi. Allu.
If you could feel them coming in, like
Sieltä pistelee.
Get that down there. Really making an uncomfortable spot.
This is going to be a kick in the dick.
There we go. Get it down. That's so strong.
Oh, still dies. Okay then.
Well then.
It was looking perfect. That's why I said a little bit earlier would have been sick.
I thought that was spam through the smoke.
Yeah, he did.
Peeked after he dropped, so it's like, bro, just don't do that. Just don't die.
Damn, that was actually well played from Vitality. It did not look like it was be favorable for them at all. Alex not slowing down, is he? He's going to die here if he goes through the hole.
He wants to take these rifles away.
The what, sorry?
So he wants to take these rifles away, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said something about shrimping. I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
man. Shrimping, yeah, dude.
What does that mean?
Can't be Forrest Gump all the time. Sorry, Henry.
I like your impression. It sounds
shrimp soup.
Lieutenant Dan,
you guys
chrome. Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs.
That's it. It's good.
It's not bad.
You should focus on the impressions, I think.
What is life like?
Maybe that's your thing.
But none of us are good at impressions. You could be that could be.
Yeah, it's just kind of like ad-libbing and kind of got like an MC vibe.
Yeah.
Everybody get your hands up.
Yeah, you kind of warm the crowd up before we go out. It'd be great.
Yeah, man. Lube in the deals.
Lube in the deals. Timeout. We're coming to the end of this first map. We have Nuke next, where Ence have already bested Vitality. The only map they dropped this entire tournament was this matchup on Nuke. Vitality could not get going, so that's going to be Ence's pick. This is the pick of...
No, we have Overpass.
Overpass.
Oh, sorry. Was that the Overpass one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which... Reverse that. Vitality beat Ence.
Ence ei näytä kyllä hyvältä. Musta tuntuu, että Ence tippuu tämän pelin jälkeen tästä turnauksesta, mutta...
A lot of numbers going on here, Jason. A lot of stats, no notes. Just trying to... I should have written something down.
I don't relish. You have a very active brain. You have a lot of things you have to filter through.
10 different things going on at once.
Oliko tää myös semifinaali?
You guys, they had to catch me, so that's always good.
Yeah.
Like, people make mistakes, Halvo. I know
Yeah,
you don't.
it's true. It's true.
I'm
not judging you here.
Give me the old stink eye over there, and I'm like, try my best.
I can see your effort, Henry.
Yeah.
I just want to say I appreciate it no matter how much back and forth we've had all week.
Thanks, man.
But also...
It is Overpass next. So there you go.
I'm actually astounded by this result so far. I'm amazed that we're seeing Vitality handle this so well.
Well, yeah, I mean, and again, you said it yourself. And even Ence said about getting strong starts, and then they just...
Yeah, I mean, if you're Ence, you've gotten everything you've wanted, right? Ooh, here we go.
And they're getting more of it this round.
They're back, baby.
Not a whole lot of investment. This will put them up to 13, provided Apex can't do something crazy. He's had a great tournament thus far.
I am really curious as to why Cyber wanted to clear out the entirety of Cat while there's a Vitality player there. That blew my mind.
Yeah, it's a head scratcher.
Yeah, because, I mean, I completely agree. Like, you led up to it. You're right. Vitality have been doing an excellent job on their T side so far, but here he just like swings wide while there's shots being fired from sight when he has a teammate on cat.
I think it's just the route that first player runs these days is like clears out that gut right corner for the guy coming up catwalk, and then he turns to clear out the far pillars.
Yeah. But he was like crossing the side, looking towards Alex.
Well, there's 5 AKs now for Vitality. Even having lost that round, still in this fight. They're already out on this A site in numbers. All 5 are here. That call is going to come in for Ence. We're going to start that rotation of that one player. Meanwhile, this should be a nice little scrum. Bomb does get planted.
Yeah, this is tough. This is a good call by Vitality, and Ence just didn't have the manpower to defend it, so they're right away into a retake. They've got utility.
Don't get into that battle, Epics.
They have utility advantage, but equally, Vitality can do some cool things with counter flashes once this begins.
I think RPK's position is going to be really powerful. Oh, he might have been some noise there.
I don't think he cares. He wants this kill. Oh! X7's a beast.
That he is.
Ei.
What?
Oh, nice.
Get out of my face.
What's going on here?
Oh, tää menee tiukolle 14-14.
14-14. Blow for blow.
That RPK position was critical.
Yeah, like he had a really good
that
spot.
creates a third angle, right?
Yeah.
He's able to hold on to that.
Had a really good spot where he could have dealt with either X7 or Alu.
This is nuts. That's great.
A lot of knifing action this map. I'm really enjoying ourselves here.
Natu walking through, also giving a little bit of a stink eye resemblance. Not sure if intentional or...
Probably intentional if he's looking at you.
Oh, okay. Well,
imagine.
back to that. Hating, I guess. So.
He laughed, he enjoyed it.
Cool,
It's
man.
a bit of gentle hazing, you know?
Hazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're still in your rookie year, kid, so...
Yeah, you got me.
Well, round 29. All the rounds, Jason. We'll see if it works out.
Potentially bonus rounds.
Well, actually, quite a lot of potential. Ends all of a sudden. They're really on their feet.
The question is Vitality. They have the money to buy here if they want.
Well, the thing is, do they want to go for broke right now
Yeah.
and potentially
I
throw away
think
the
you
entire
do.
game?
I think you do.
I would
Do you
rather
do-
play for overtime.
Yeah,
How much money are they sitting at right now?
2-9 on Alex, 2-8 on RPK.
Oh, hell yeah. Go for this.
F1,
Alright.
buy out.
All right. It's just going to be like Apex dropping.
I would do Deagle's armor now.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Do
You
pistols
still have a
half buy.
chance to win, and then you get another real chance next round. If
Yeah,
you go all
with
in now,
ops,
you're going to be
everything.
real.
Typical source players playing for a tie.
I'd love to know what they're typing about, but I know I don't think there's a way we can see
I
that.
feel discriminated against. Every time we talk
Source
about
is pretty
Counter-Strike.
whack, I ain't gonna lie, man.
Yeah, tell me about your 1.6 career, bro.
Well, it was pretty long tenured. You know, also just in the building blocks of my personal career.
Like,
Hell yeah,
I don't.
they're going
I
for
actually
it,
think
baby.
1.6 is a better game. I was just too late for the boat, right? That's why I played Source. Like, I can't help that.
I don't actually beat as much hate as I sent your way.
Just want to just up.
I just
want to
enjoy-
have my
yeah.
feelings and then see what happens.
It's an
after that.
easy punching
Yeah.
bag, you know. Get your licks in.
If there had been any UK teams 1.6 and I was early enough, I would have been there.
I mean, what are you talking about? 4K.
They had
Even though they're like
they
majority
had
not English.
2 British players towards the end and
Yeah.
three, a
Swedish players
Norwegian,
as well.
a Finn.
Moi täällä taas. No niin, sua täällä odotetaan.
Here we go, boys. It's all on this.
A Finn. Speaking of Finns,
What was that man? Well,
Yeah.
it's not there anymore. But anyway.
Sneaky
the
devil.
king of Cobble with the deagle.
Ence has complete control of this round. They have mid control. They push up towards top. They have the information.
Lovely
It's a nice
incendiary.
timely Molotov as well. He's
as
already
well.
spotted one. That'll pull
Ouch.
players over. The mid control is the real key here for Ence. That's great.
Trying to grind him up. And it is Ence. They've done a phenomenal job holding the site so far, and it's going to continue to go their way.
Can I just express
Nyt on
my
tosi vähän
opinion that
kattojia sen takia, koska ilmoitukset ja kaikki muut
I mean,
kusia
please finish this
tälleen.
picture as you possibly can.
Vähän ärsyttää.
They didn't
Here it
even
comes.
get an off. They didn't get AKs. They could have had so much better buy if they just let down a little bit on the utility.
I
which
liked
hasn't
the
necessarily been the
I liked the buy. I don't like what they did with it. Like just go into B halls.
You love going into that round
Yeah,
with
just
the
right at the
Galil,
start, all
CZ.
5-player B halls, and let's just do an execute. The fact that Ence had mid control allowed 2 players in B to just
But
concentrate.
where are you
on
gonna
one
go?
choke
Like, how are you taking mid control with a ZZ and a
Underpass.
Galil?
Go through underpass, do a split from top mid and underpass.
I mean,
The
you
way
could-
they've been doing it for the rest of the half.
I don't know, man. I just hate that.
Olin
buy.
p-hoppaamassa, meni moti,
This
aivan.
one's not going to be much prettier, is it?
Nope.
Pistols and head armor. And Ence is going to have a field day with this one.
It's just fallen flat, hasn't it, these
Yeah.
last 2 rounds?
They came so close right here too. Albeit this is Ence's map pick, so everything is in order. Everything still makes sense.
Mullekaan ei tullut, joo. Joillekin tuli. Joillekin, tosi monelle ei tullut ollenkaan. Ja sitten muutamalle tuli myöhässä, tosi myöhässä. Mä en itekään ainakaan sanoa, vaan puhelimeen ilmoitusta.
The games with not the best CS are the most entertaining ones in that sense.
The reason I say it wasn't the best to watch was there was quite
Ence
a lot
melkikusi.
of issues with disjointed plays, pushing through smoke, scrappy
Allu lähtee tupakille.
This is still a very exciting map to watch, and it does set the scene quite nicely for Overpass, another map where both these teams play, and hopefully we go to full distance again, but I still am leaning towards Ence for that team today.
Yeah, no, I mean, I felt really hopeful about it. I actually thought Vitality put a pretty decent fight on Mars.
Mä en sitä ruokaalis, ei kun en haekkaan. Mä hain juomisen haekkaan.
They had to play Mirage due to the fact that VTS has gone so wrong.
Oh.
They've actually got pretty decent at it. They were uncomfortable before. It seems like this has been the perfect time to really hone the craft.
Yeah, trial by fire to this event.
Yeah, right.
I mean, the fact that they were able to recover in both halves from slow starts, so like, you know, Ence would go up to 6-1 or, you know, 5 rounds in the second half, and then Vitality recovered.
Pevukalla on tällä striimissä semmoset 800 kattoja ja just droppas 500 kun peli loppu.
And it does look like Vitality starting T-side on Overpass. How do we feel about that?
I think they're going to be fine.
Mulla on tää 6.
Again, like I think it was an Overpass game versus Vitality where we saw the CT side of Ence particularly being like, very iffy. To be fair, they fixed that for their second Overpass game, but then again, at that stage when they got that for it was their T side that was lacking. So Ence haven't really figured it out as of right now. And I also think there's more to come from certain players on the side of Vitality, like Zywu.
There's more to come from us as well. More gags, costumes, skits, content, chickens, impressions. He's going to work on his.
All right.
Onks Venäjällä oikeesti oma studiokin näissä kisoissa ei herra.
Anyway, it is going to be Overpass coming up next. Ence up 1-0 in our first semi-final. We're going to take about a 10-minute break. We'll be back with that second map and more fun, of course. So I hope you'll join us. We'll see you there.
Ottaa paruksesta äänet pois, teetu strike. Milloin alkaa seuraava mappi? Ei tässä varmaan meikku vartti maksimissaan. No, ei kovin kaukana ollut tuossa kuussa. Oliko nehän vielä 14-12? Joo, taisi olla. Täällä on oikeesti ollut varmaan korkeimmillaan 6 kattoja, että kiitti vaan YouTube. Muista äänet. Tässä toivottavasti joku correct musiikki ei ainakaan pitäisi olla. Ainakaan ei ennen tullut. Mä tänne vaan poistus. Ihan näin varuuks vaan. Siis eilenhän ne tuli jälkeen kun mä menin nukkumaan, niin streamin chattiin tuli semmonen viesti, että please turn this stream off. Tuli niiltä tän kisan järjestäjiltä. Että ne ei hyväksynyt, että mä striimaan tätä YouTubeen. Itse asiassa nyt, kun mulla on, tässä on tauko. Latari. Lataan semmosen softa, jolla voi multistriimaa. Eli mä alan ehkä striimaa myös Twitchiin. Restream.io. Kumpi voittaa, Suomi vai Kanada? Nyt on kyllä aika paha kysymys. Mä en oo kattonut yhtäkään Kanadan peliä, enkä mä tiedä yhtään ketä siellä pelaa, niin sanotaan jotakin tuloksia, niin sit mä voin veikatakin. Tuks jossain vaiheessa munkaan wingmani. En mä usko, mulla on hommia. Sitten kato, jos mä lopetan streamin, niin mä ehdin vaan editoimaan ja muuttamaan videoiden asetuksia. Koska mulla on tavoitteessa saada tässä kesällä nyt se 1000 tilaajaa täyteen. Ignore. Create a free account. Name. No niin, eikö se tarvitse ladata sovellusta? Onko sitä oikeasti netin kautta, että ei tähän ole sovellusta? Vissiin. Koska jos me ollaan multistriimaan, niin ilmeisesti voin myös Instagramiin suoraan striimata. Joka on aika jännä juttu, jota mä en usko, että se toimii. Voisi toimiakin, mutta enpä usko. Add channel. Voin addaa tänne vaikka. Oliko YouTube Gaming erikseen? Voiko Steamiinkin mukaan striimata? Kun loppuisi nämä highlightit, niin saisi laittaa äänet päälle. Connect your YouTubesta. Overnight. Gives. Eli voinko mä striimata vaikka monelle kanavallekin samaan aikaan? Tämähän on hieno juttu. Salli. Your encore. On. Mitäs tälle tuli? Se jää tähän kuvaan. Lagaaks tää vai mikä homma? Ah. Tässä on. Täällä on katsoja 29 000. Ja mitäs muita mä voisin laittaa tänne? Facebook. Ei. Instagrami vissi ei oo vaihtoehdoissa. Twitch. Olla. Minkälaista laatua? Confirm your email. Pääsekö? En mä taida. Mä oon kava striimannut joskus Twitchiin. Missä mapissa sun mielestä Ence on paras? Varmaan Nukessa. Mä en tiedä. Alerts. Tää vissiin tehdä itselle sitten kunnon uusi Vitsakko. Tai muuttaa niinku nimiä. Mä nyt vois laittaa
It's going to
nimiä.
be overpass. It's vitality. It's Ence. 16-14 in the first map. Favourite the Finns. It's overpass, boys. It's going to be a rough ride for the French.
You think so?
Tuttu komppi vielä tää. Enpä usko.
Buckled in. I'm
Yeah.
ready.
I mean,
En tule.
Some protection with me this time.
yeah, no, it's like.
Yeah,
Well, I
make
mean,
a little
Jason
bit.
showed us some like cosplay. I think you got inspired. Wanted to go for that Dr.
That wouldn't
Disrespect
do anything.
cosplay.
That wouldn't do anything against lightning. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, Raiden's lightning.
Yeah.
And he can teleport as well, so
Teleport's pretty cool.
yeah, it's pretty
A
good.
little bit of down
Cheating,
up.
but
Like all I've really got is a fake Kevlar vest.
Tactical
It's
vest.
not really gonna help.
you don't think that's gonna do a whole lot?
Nothing-
Vitsi, joskus
I haven't got
Fortnitea.
any gear with me, then if it's weighing me down.
It's just the vest.
Ei.
Well, we have got Ensign. Maybe they'll be purchasing some vests, Jason.
I would imagine they would be.
We'll see
Although
what-
we did see Alu go for the strategic $500 save.
Yeah,
that's true. Get that early AWP.
He hasn't bought anything yet, so you never know.
Oh, he'll be buying.
Think so?
Oh,
Maybe
he'll
before.
be priced.
He'll be buying.
Don't you worry about that. So this is Vitality's pick. Remember they start on the T side.
Huomenna.
Probably feeling pretty confident.
En oo varma. Kyllä ehkä.
They did just kind of mop the floor with him once they got hold of the game. It was all over. Yeah, see, there he is.
There he goes.
Alu's getting that armor.
Just a little bit late.
STS.
They got a defuse kit, a smoke as well. Oh, a smoke? Indeed it is.
Yes, it is.
Suomi.
Here we go. And Terrace all lining up towards this B bomb.
Tänään se varmaan tulee häviin aika pahasti.
Variety of different ways, and they always had success. Pistol round on the other hand would be huge for Ence to have, and Alexi, he's already in.
Taas tulee rykä B.
Force back. This is going to be so tough, and now playing with, I don't know how he's dodging these bullets. They've paused because of his teammate. Finally, he goes down with X7, has to reload, but he's responding in kind. 2 nice headshots, almost a third. That makes the retake. This flank, enough time has been bought for it to be effective.
Well, there it is. A trade comes in at least. It'll be Alex who brings it back to the 3 versus 3. Apex discovered. This kill is very important, but it might not matter. ZywOo has found 2 more. That should be it. Apex will confirm it, and it's going to be a nice B play from Vitality. 4 players focusing towards the monster position. They smoke heaven. They flash over twice, and they have 1 player flanking towards short, watching for the rotations from the connector. So nice work from Vitality. Got a bit scrappy there with X7's double kill, but they weren't ready for that full commitment towards B. Vitality will pick up a much earned pistol round. This is nice work from X7. Wasn't quite enough though. You could see he didn't really have much backup at all. So much transition time from the CTs there, and they will take the full eco as Vitality look to go up 2-0. As ZywOo will be bringing out the AWP early by the looks of things. USP only for him. Going to bring that AWP out, and that's a really nice approach for them because he knows Ence, if they do have an AWP, which is unlikely, unless Alu gets a kill or 2.
Ketkä on siinä toisessa semifinaalissa, joka alkaa 9:00, joka 10:00 on shit. Liquid vastaa NRG. Eli Renegades ja Coastity.
Which is not dying a whole lot, but
yeah, like just to be clear, the only reason we talk about it so much is because when you get to a certain level, people expect so much. You know, like he can be having a good game by most people's standards, but overall, like we expect him to be
lights
the
out.
saving grace for Vitality. Absolutely, lights out. There it is. Pretty clean round. Lost a couple of players, so Ence won't be.
One's just a USP, one's just the SMG. So.
Well, that extra kill at least gives Alu an extra $300.
Kyllä, Renegades ja Coastity.
By the AWP.
And
with
full
the smoke
armor.
as well.
Yeah.
Let's see what he can do with it. Did ZywOo bring it out?
Wow.
No, that's what I was talking about with the full armor.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
He didn't.
So ZywOo, he definitely could have got the AWP. He goes for the AK instead.
maybe they're looking for
May-
something fast.
It could be with the SMGs. They want to be a little bit more bully
Yeah,
towards
bit
the bomb
nimble.
sites.
Yeah, it's not like it's the wrong call or anything. It's just you'd assume with
Yeah.
that sort of approach, he'd get.
NRG ja Liquid.
Alu's got his out towards long at the moment.
Kyllä.
And short water control, almost to sandbags, but Apex is just going to get a good position. He only wanted this B bomb site, so he's going to be passive here. He's got to be careful for a
Why would
late
he-
take.
Why would you extinguish that?
I don't know.
Like it wasn't
Yeah.
touching you. You didn't have to.
Yeah, no, I
You
just
It might be because frequently that's used to flush that player out, and then there's
Yeah.
a pop flash over the top in the sandbags, and he just didn't want to deal with the Molotov. Wanted to be able to stay in the safety in case that kind
Potentially
of hit
drop
was
in.
coming in.
It feels like it's a bit too much of a commitment for me at least. But
Jää sähköpostille tää mun
still enough utility
Käyttäjä on
outside of Vitality
tehty.
to potentially set up for a B execute in any case.
Yeah, but Ence is doing a pretty good job of holding onto theirs still and being efficient with it, trying to clear out sewers. I don't think they got a whole lot of information because he did get blinded, which is worrying. But at least they're posted up behind this smoke here at Highway. Sergey Knows the nades are going to start raining in. Oh, and this is mistimed. This is so mistimed. Awkward play. Somehow gets one out of it, but now Alu, without armor, has everything to do.
Onko mulla Twitch 9 seuraajaa, selvä.
Some backup up now by Optimus. Zywoo finds Alu there. They do know that there's one more there. Okay, well, Zywoo doesn't need to see him even.
I'm actually kind of surprised at how flat that went. That's a bit worrying. Apex 1-on-2. I thought Vitality would be able to take over that bomb site, especially with the entries from Zywoo. A little bit of bait from Optimus. There's the peek from top stairs, and Ence have their first round on the board.
That was looking really promising for Vitality. I'm not really sure how that spiraled so badly out of control.
Yeah, they dropped the ball a bit, didn't they?
Kind of did.
Well, I was about to say they should have enough for a buy, but they did lose 2 players before. And without the bomb being planted there, could just be a bit of an issue for them. 3 AKs coming out. Tech 9 for MBK. Deagle for Zywoo. See if they can bounce back here, but a huge advantage now. Ence will have the AWP still in the hands of Alu, this time with armor. And all the bells and whistles to go with it. He heads towards the bathroom. He's going to get himself up in the flower bed here. Successfully makes the jump, and will be looking down towards long. Oh, you expect him to nail that sort of shot, but doesn't connect. A little bit unfortunate, and he will fall back, presumably all the way to the site. Indeed.
Indeed.
Could we get Trace's mic turned up, please? He just sat there talking in silence.
Well, I wasn't necessarily really even talking, so it's fine.
Just the noises, the impressions.
Yep. Yes, I don't know.
Take us away, Trace.
I don't know if you guys talked about this before we got started here, but Ence 0-3 in this series. Tweet I saw from Pitar over at HLTV. So 0-3 in this tournament on Overpass.
Yeah.
So that's a rough one. Things haven't necessarily started in their way here. However,
Feels
this round
bad.
has dwindled down to a 3 versus 3. Op still
Allu
on the
mihin
side of
juokset.
Alu. Ooh. He's going to have to hold fast here on this A site.
Oh,
Smoke
dear.
faded.
Got real scared when the smoke faded.
Oh, dear.
Alu in the bank.
Oh, that's snappy from that.
Yeah. Great shot there from Apex to take Alu out of the equation. That gives us a 2v2. Make it a 2v1. Just 6-7. Doesn't have a kit. He's going to try to slide his way through that dumpster. But ultimately, it's all in vain, and Vitality put a 3rd on the board here.
Ooh.
Make
Zywoo
it
actually,
a little scrappy.
Zywoo actually didn't pick up the op.
He's actually been really good in these past 2 rounds of finding entries onto the A bomb
Yeah.
site. He's really the one that's cracked it open.
8
for him.
kills, 222 ADR.
Who is the one also that had those 2 critical kills in the pistol round watching the flank?
Yeah, from
Monster
Monster,
Tunnel.
that's true.
So he's had a great game these first 4 rounds.
That's a terrifying sign if you're Ence.
That it is. In pistols now for Ence. They're going to have to save going into this round. P250 and a Deagle to the side of 3 USPs. It's going to be a little bit quicker of an aggression here for Vitality towards this B site. Trades have come out just right up until now, until Zywoo says that's enough of that. Put a considerable amount of damage to that Sergey Blair connector. This round is all but done, I fear, for Ence.
It really feels like this is just going to be one of those Zywoo games, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's starting to build into it, at least for early on. 5 rounds in. Alu would love to just find this AK-47. There. Ooh. Okay. Not going to expect that. Surely Zywoo finishes it off.
That he does.
Yeah.
Don't know what's so funny, but I like to laugh and others like to laugh. That's pretty contagious.
Except for Henry, though.
Henry, stone-faced as
Just
always.
trying to just be quiet, keep my head down. You guys, I know you like me. Have to bring it back to me every single time. That's cool. But maybe play with yourself sometimes.
Well, I mean, it's, you know, it's not necessarily playing it back to you, Henry. It's just kind of appreciating the person that you are.
Yeah.
Trying to bring you into it.
Really
I'm
enjoy
fine. I'm more than enough involved, I think, in the podcast. So you guys focus on yourselves.
I
Go from
guess, yeah, I guess we could do that if you really just don't appreciate us, but that's fine. Not a big deal, really. Just
Full buy here for Ence. They've got everything they need. No. Oh, there's 1 kid available. That's in the hands of Sergey. We'll see if that's enough. Faster pace here. 3 players towards long. We have Apex watching for any B rotations. They're not slowing down here at all. Alu this time not positioned towards long or the bathrooms. They're actually going to have 4 players heading towards A. Contact now as they creep up towards that position.
Oh, this is like the perfect move from Vitality as well. Like, how is Sergey going to deal with this efficiently. To start at least, but...
He's got his teammate back. He's going to go down. His teammate just got here a half-second late. Oh, this is so tough for Ence.
Got to save,
yeah, I was going to say, if you don't get a kill soon, you might want to just save it. You have no kits.
Sergey, only kit available. He's the player that went down.
Look at the Molotov. They have another smoke they're going to put down. One more Molotov to use as well.
Yeah.
If Ence commits to this...
Mä en haluais tehdä uutta Twitchiä, mutta kun mä en voi vaihtaa mun nimeä, joka on vähän perseestä.
That actually might be a good thing for Vitality, because you can actually wipe all the guns out of the hands of Ence.
Yeah, they're going to try to trickle through that smoke. Hasn't gone well for him thus far, but a trade comes in finally. Lexi silencing that of MBK, but Apex right on the cusp. And with the bomb smoked off, they're going to tap it, maybe even try to stick it. It's not going to be very long-lived.
Yeah, there wasn't even a kit.
Yeah. That one, unfortunately, not going away for
That
Ence.
one kill pulled them into that retake. That's
You're right.
It's actually unfortunate.
You're right, because it does help out Vitality massively. Like, they're almost happy they get that kill because you're right. They didn't have the kit. They had a smoke for the bomb, but then you had an AWP. What? Trying to no-scope everyone in the smoke and it's all kicking off. Like, it's not really going to happen, is it? Apex waits patiently for his opportunities, and he certainly gets him. The double line up towards the end. It's actually RPK gets a final kill. So there we go. 5-1. Ence still struggling on the CT side of overpass, it seems, as their money is at the 4th stage loss bonus. It will have to be another partial buy here.
7 rounds in, Zywoo 12-3-3. Yeah,
More like it.
that is a good look from Zywoo.
So I guess Ence for them back to the norm, right? Starting off slow. It's not like it's unknown territory for them, but
You see, slow is smooth. You know what?
fast.
Smooth is fast. That's exactly right, Halvor. Bit of a situation now on our hands. We're back onto the pistols for Ence. 2 Deagles, 2 CZs, and a P250.
Oh.
Meanwhile, 5 AKs, plenty of utility. In fact, all the utility you could ever ask for Vitality. But they have to be a little bit wary. They have to be a little bit cautious. These pistols could become a nuisance very, very quick should they rush into anything.
That is what kind of turned the game around for Vitality on Mirage as well. Just simple pistol round, gone awry for Ence. This time it could be a bit of a swap in roles.
It potentially could be. Again, if you're just joining us, you didn't catch that first map. That did go in the way of Ence. Got pretty close, though.
16-14.
Yes, it did. And this is a semi-final. Winner of this series goes on to the grand final a little bit later today. Seems like the A-bomb site gone down without any casualties on either side. A little bit of damage done, but bomb planted. Ooh, and a nice shot from Sergey. Not ultimately enough to get them to fully just swarm on in, but they're going to go for it. And they're going to pay for it. Zywoo mopping them up. 4K.
Yep.
To dash the hopes and dreams there of Ence.
You do not want him to get into this sort of zone.
16-3.
Yep. When he's stuck in that sort of confidence, he'll feel like he can't die. He'll be taking really audacious peeks. He'll be hitting his shots. This is worrying for Ence now. And these sort of frags only increases his power, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, this is where he starts just feeling like everything's going right for him, so he's going to keep testing the limits.
Yeah.
I think if you're Ence here, this is where you start telling Alu, like, we need you to just be aggressive. We need you to start taking over at least the first 30 seconds. Go find us a pick. Go alleviate some of the pressure on us. Vitality's calling a good game, though. Again, switching up the bomb sites now. It almost feels like it'd be great to talk to them afterwards, because in the group stage, they had so much success at B. Now they've had so much success at A, and it's almost like they're playing with Ence across 2 different maps.
We noticed this in the pregame as well. We said they have this mentality of grouping up together, these 5-man pushes towards bomb sites and overwhelming CT defenses. You can see it's working pretty well, but it's still a 3-on-3. Bomb has been dropped, so that'll buy some time for the rotations here. It's going to be 6-1. Ence really struggling.
Vedin äsken viimeinen 8-1
Best chance they've had of a gun run
tappiotilanteessa 8-8. Nice.
Bomb site starting to triangulate around, but they've got no one on the flanks here. But the bomb will go down in the smoke. Alexi can't justify pushing in until his teammates are there to provide support. Flashbang delivered, but the first kill comes in for Zywoo again. It'll still be a 2 versus 2. Time ticking away, but this time a kit is available.
This has gotten to that crucial moment here. 2 versus 2. Alex falls first to the hands of Alu, and this is what Ence want. This has it well back in their control. They're going to get the defuse as well. Got very close there at the end. HP really low at the end of the round on Alu and Sergey, but they're going to put a second one on the board, and they needed that big time.
Yeah, they really did, but only 2 weapons surviving is still going to be tough for them to deal with. That losing bonus is going to help out in a big, big way, but Vitality with a great chance to just respond immediately, especially with this like explosive style they're bringing out. This is like they've almost like gone back to the old French style of like, oh, there's a smoke in this choke point. We'll just throw some pop flashes and come right through it. It just feels more organized at this point, at this juncture. So Ence desperately got a hold on here.
Yeah, they really do.
And they got one more buy after this they'd have to burn through from the Vitality side, especially if there's a plant. So it's not going to get any easier in these next couple rounds for Ence.
Oh, they still have the AWP for Masto for Alexi B. Towards middle, that does connect. Wow. Yeah, RPK. It's his wing clipped. And we'll see him make his way towards playground, but you are vulnerable to grenades there. Might want to fall back towards T steps.
Mitä nyt kävi? Aivan. Mä lensin ulos mun Twitch-käyttäjältä.
Presence towards those bathrooms.
Mä vaihoin mun salasana. En tiedä kyllä miksi mä lensin ulos, mutta...
See if he can do anything with this. AK-47 allows him to explore options. Going to drop the smoke at this point. Very common smoke on overpass. Try and hold them off and funnel them through the bathrooms if you can.
Well, the question with that smoke too also becomes how close is this guy playing up, right? Like, is he playing right there to the left?
Yeah.
Is he, you know, how are they really trying to contain us here in the bathroom? They're going to re-smoke it. Buy themselves a little more time. Utility already having come out here from the side of Vitality, as well as the frags. Apex for one, Alex for one.
Nyt pian varmaan heittää taas tää Twitchi. Jos mä kirjaudun mun käyttäjälle.
Alexi B's here, only with a FAMAS. Wasn't much he could have done there, and the bomb will get planted. Alu and having with the
Niin, mutta mä yritän poistaa tällä hetkellä mun Twitch-käyttäjä tehdä uutta.
Surely he doesn't go for this.
Yeah, you can't. This would be absolutely ludicrous to even attempt it.
Yeah.
He's got no kit. 3 to find a bomb to defuse.
Nimittäin mä en...
He's gonna hold up for the exits, yeah.
Poistatteli käytöstä. Poistatteli käytöstä.
Trying to keep them interested.
Yep, they have taken the bait.
Tilisi on poistettu käytöstä.
All things considered a 7 for Vitality.
Rekisteröidy.
And a costly round for Ence.
Indeed, their loss bonus though, after losing this, will still be at max. You can see that's at the Thursday right now, up it goes. So they will get $3,400 per player. They have an AWP, meaning Alu could drop an M4. Just about. Whether they want to go for that though is a different thing altogether. Believe it or not, still relatively early on. They could let this round go by and aim for 8-7.
Nämä käyttäjänimi
on
käytettävissä, nice.
Suggest full commitment just yet because he's still got $1,400 there and 34 on top of that. He'll still have a full buy next round. So yeah, partial buy for the CTs.
Meanwhile, Zaiwu with 18 kills in the 10th round.
Yeah, this is more like it.
Here we go.
Now he's getting somewhere.
He's doing it with the AK.
Yeah, exactly.
Voit toki myös muuttaa nimen myöhemmin. Mä en voinut.
That's when you know you've got a true star player. They're not just amazing with the pistols or the AWP or the AK. They can do it all to a world-class level. It's just wherever you want them. They can
we used to talk about it in terms of strengths of an opera is how good are they with rifles if you can't actually get it in their hand. Like it's something you have to factor into how good of an opera some players actually are. Is that they're not just one-trick ponies.
Yeah, then you have a team like Team Liquid, for example, and multiple people can pick up the op, kind of run around and have a circus with it.
Yeah, Nitro hasn't been using it much this event, has he?
Yeah. We are seeing Stu get a little more comfortable with it, which is nice. Nonetheless, 5 alive on both sides still. It's going to be this long A push for the side of Vitality. X7's Deagle just trying to spam one through the smoke. He's going to get a little bit more than he bargained for. Plus right into the sight. It's Ariel with the opening kill, but RPK is here to play too.
Onko ideoita mun Twitch-nimeksi? Mikkeväs on varattu. Laitanko mä Mikkeväs 3 SL vai Mikkeväs Twitch? Tykkäätkö ruuasta?
All deagles, all headshots.
That's what they needed.
Money in the bank.
That's a big round. Not only do they win it, they keep 4 players alive. They now have 3 AK.
Kun persikkapetellä Twitch-nimi ehdotuksia.
Absolutely massive. I can't stress that enough. The Ence might have got themselves back in this game now. It's been a really rough first half for them, but they can actually come back and win the half at this point. Money's still there for Vitality, the bomb being planted. Loss bonus not so much, but they've got residual cash all day. So AK's coming out again. Does Zaiwu want to mix things up? Still gotta be rocking the rifle here. Deagle for Apex.
Myymikkä hanskat. Pohtevas nimeksi, haha.
They've been been going around quite a simple approach in terms of just grouping up, getting basic map control slowly, executing together. It's been very effective throughout the tournament. They did say Ence was a team they felt countered them generally though, but Vitality have already taken them down on Overpass previously, and so far so good on the G side. All for Alu. This time a different presence towards long this time.
Yeah, Alu, they had him opping in there towards connector last round.
Se olisi ainakin vapaa.
Just kind of holding that. He had complete connector control from the inside of water. Seemed like they want to do that necessarily right now.
Mikkeus 3 S:llä, Mikkeus Twitch.
Which does open more Vitality, except for Alu's on the other side. He's not having any of it. First kill of the round going in the way of Ence. This is something Vitality don't want to have happen. They don't want to just kind of become stagnant. No, play like that.
This is awesome though. Turn it into a fake. Alex pushes up. He gets 1 kill. Now he's going to fall away. Sergey's going to be able to cut him off, but the B bomb site is where the real action is. And there's only 1 defender here for the moment. He's gone down. They have an avenue into the site. Trying to hold back this fight from balcony, and great trades from the French side.
The Molotov's on the bomb though, so a chance for a rotation lead. So we're 5 seconds or so.
Sergey.
Mikkeus 3 S:llä voisi olla mun mielestä niin kuin. Mä haluaisin kumminkin mahdollisimman samanlaisen nimen
Bomb going down right now.
kuin YouTubessa.
Water, he spots the bomb planter, takes him out. Can he get the second? Nope. It's MBK that finishes the round out with the bomb plant and for Vitality.
That's another great
Eikö Twitchissä mukaan voi olla sama nime monta kertaa? Mitä ihme?
One player there. They've dropped smokes towards A. They've flashed, and it's pulled a rotation as Jason spotted.
Mikkeus normaalilla V:llä on vapaa, mutta
sure, there's a bit of rebuttal from Ence.
ehkä mä laitan Mikkeus 3 S:llä kumminkin.
2 versus 1 finishes up with a 1 versus 1, but they come out on top, and money will be a real issue for both sides now. This is where you get to real breaking points.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Yikes.
See you later.
Artillery shell from the tank straight to the face of Alu there. And it's going to be a 5 versus 4 AWP removed. Can't really pick that up just yet. I'm not even sure it's recoverable considering how that kill went down.
Maybe it's cursed, because that looked like it hurt a lot.
Damn.
So did those nades. 7 put down to 50 HP. Aerial burning some as well. Oh, this is not going to spread. They're probably not going to expect Saiwu to be behind sandbags at this stage. Oh, wait. Who's in underpass?
Joo, mä teen sen Mikkeus 3 S:llä.
Okay.
Mikkeus
For a bit of a rude awakening.
rekisteröity.
Apex in with that Mac 10. Get him to find the information, bait out the shots. 50 seconds left. Actually, the bomb is falling back. I would imagine that's...
Oh,
okay, they're going to readjust again. They want to find this 1 kill, and NBK, that would be a good one to have. He's not going to finish it off, but they did find another one in the B bomb site. And Ence, I don't know how they fight for this. This is going to be so tough for them, but it is going to be that A bomb site readjustment. This opens it up. Sergey has a chance to do something magical, but he runs out of bullets. That kind of sucks for him. Having a rough day.
Not the greatest. Lexi is going to be here in time. Might be able to find an early pick, but RPK's going to respond. Yep. It's definitely a lost opportunity there. Ariel, 20 HP. He's going to
try to get the hell out of dodge.
Back away slowly.
Nothing to do with that.
Nothing to see here,
That's
boys.
What Ariel wants. That's going to be a 9th for Vitality, and this half has gone pretty well for them so far.
Yeah, a couple of bumps in the road when Ence win with the Deagles, etc. Got that nice reservoir of cash built up, but now it's all starting to crumble once again. Can we bring the scoreboard up, please, and see what the loss bonus sits at? So they're going to be a 3rd stage, so it'll be back to full after this one. It's just Ariel trying to hold on. CTs will not have much work. Presumably he goes down here. Not quite, he's okay. So there it is. And it will be it's 4th stage loss bonus, so 2,900. It's not really enough to do much with this Ven. They have to do more of a P250 Deagle approach again. Worked out before. I'm not sure Lightning will strike twice here.
Yeah, no, I don't think you can rely on X7 to get 3 1Ds.
Indeed.
Or RPK to run around the corner and just destroy Alu.
Just rail him in the
It's
middle.
like, all right, well, you're out of the round. Bye.
See you later, kid.
It's one of those days.
Go wait in the lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Right. Flashes. Mid control. Just inspecting this fountain position, seeing if there's any aggressive CT players. Got a shotgun that saved Org. Alu is pretty handy with the shotgun. Molotov makes things a little bit more comfortable. He didn't take a tick of damage though, so he didn't hear him. He's getting everything thrown in his direction. They now know he's there. Oh my goodness, how he makes that work, I don't know. The second was there, but only does a little bit of damage there.
Yeah, he needed that second kill big time.
Sergey's there for that. He's going to pick up an AK as well.
A little bit of damage control here from Ence. And they're reeling it in pretty well. It's just Alex and RPK left.
That was one of the few times where it feels like Ence got what they wanted in terms of some of their aggressive play on the defense, that they opened it up strong enough to actually have a collapse somewhere.
Yeah.
It's been all Vitality dictating through this half. That round felt like Ence actually had the upper hand.
Yeah, pretty early on too. This one has slipped away from Vitality. 4v1 now.
Bottevs,
Now a shot will land in his favor.
So that's 2 pistol rounds that end up being an Ence victory with 4 players alive. Pretty much get a free round off of it in terms of you know, their economy.
Menkääs tilaa onko se seuraamista niinku Twitchissä?
Okay half.
They're holding on by the skin of their teeth. You know,
it is very shaky.
Tuossa on linkki.
Let's see where Alu goes with the op this round. Where would we suggest he goes?
Away from RPK.
Yeah, that's pretty important.
Sieltä niin seurantaa vähän Twitchiä.
Yeah, a little bit rattled at this point. Not going to be going for that aggressive pick straight away, but they have gone for a pretty much full eco here. So hopefully Ence will get the 5th round on the board and they'll have a decent position to work with in the next half. It won't be ideal, but it'll be better than what it was looking like. 3 rounds looked like it might have been the maximum one stage.
With Twitch. Mä yritän ainakin alkaa multistriimaamaan, eli Twitchiä ja YouTuben samanaikaisesti.
And making sure they work together, enabling crossfires here. And I'm not sure we'll find anything because you've got no flashes, you've got no access point, and we'll see if they can even get the bomb down here.
They've gotten right to the edge of this A site. It's going to be Alu waiting there. He does have the op, finds one. We might be getting a highlight play from him. Let's see how he does.
It's not bad. He's got Alexi just arrives in time to put all this to bed. Zywoo, a nice headshot. They are going to go down. So Ence maybe stabilizing just a little bit too late in this game, but looking good these past few rounds.
Yeah.
Zywoo, 23 from the first half, you know, casual.
At least at this point now, it's the final round. Those kills don't really have a massive knock-on effect for them, but they do save the AK at least. The AWP's there as well. Vitality will at least have rifles, 2 of which are Galils. Should be enough of Zywoo's AK. 23 frags in the first half. That's pretty unreal.
Call a 40 bomb?
10 000 seuraajaa.
Yeah?
Could be.
Yeah?
You never know.
Dress on at 40?
Dress on. I'll put the dress on if he gets 40.
All right.
All right.
In regulation. You're not going to catch me on
Okay.
that one. I saw Jason's eyes light up there. He knew what was available.
Yeah,
I just know what you look like in a dress. I'm ready to bring it back.
I have been working on losing some weight recently. I feel like I'm ready to slip into that little number. So, see if it works out.
It does look pretty small, man. You're pretty
Pink's
tall,
your color,
dude, so.
too.
Yeah, I don't think I've got quite a broad torso as well. I'm not sure what actually get
Like,
on.
your plums might be hanging out the bottom, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just swinging out. All right.
No.
All right, man. Whatever. Jason wants that anyway, so.
No ei, kaikki ohjelmat.
Okay, let's move on.
You thought about it. The imagery was there. And actually, whoa!
Speaking of imagery,
that shut you lot up, didn't it? Let's go.
It's a free A.
well, that was Zywoo. He's at 24 now, Henry.
He's
16 more.
He's
starting to feel.
Every kill he gets, they're all cheering.
Here we go. Oh, he's gonna get 3.
Milloin se pikkusisko CS? Maanantaina kello 4.
Feel it.
Oh, I
You
can't
can
wait.
see those legs in that little pink dress. Zywoo, close up, and another no.
Oh dear. He's gonna
Lining
need more than that.
Last round of the half here, 9-5. It's a retake by Sergey and Alu. Make that just Alu. AWP in hand, 1v3. Just to land one on the bomb box player, but ultimately the tank, Le Tank, will be taking down Alu. So 10-5 is.
Pavelzz on minun ainoa Twitch-seuraaja.
A couple of eco victories in the mix as well. Not the best in the gun rounds. Couldn't really find their mojo. Didn't really see Alu have that CT performance we kind of talked about before.
No, his op was a little bit quiet and dictating the early stages of rounds. They just couldn't really get a whole lot going on. And I think most of it, to be honest with you, I think Vitality just called a great T-side.
They really did.
Called a really, really good strategic T-side.
Yeah, it's great to see. He's certainly not a household name. He's been around for a while in the French scene, but now kind of getting the possible recognition he deserves. He's the in-game leader of these old legends, performing well. The team seems to be calling a great game in almost every T side.
Like,
so.
these old legends have been limping for like years now.
Yeah, that's fair
if you're
enough.
the end game leader to turn them around, that's such a sick thing to have on your resume.
Absolutely. Yeah, the CSGO needs more in-game leaders in general. It seems like a role no one wants.
Speaking of grime, will you be wearing that dress for the entirety of the finals, or like how? What is the duration of the dress?
I will never take it off.
Oh,
I'll wear the whole thing. I'll wear it till Dallas. How about that?
You wear it to
I'll
the
wear
airport.
on the flight to Dallas.
Now that's a good bet.
You like that?
You said that now. You put that dress on, you'd take that back.
Walking through TSA with that
I can
on.
just imagine you. I've been with you in airports where you're a bit stressed out or you've had a bad day.
Vitsi, se on tommonenkin kiva juttu, että
The airport, landing in Dallas.
saa seuraajia tulla.
Step over here, sir.
Eka pitää seuraa sitä henkilöä.
It's a shame you're not going to Austin, because that would just be right in
Austin
there.
would love it.
Yeah.
Austin's all about that.
Like, how about that?
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Well then, second half. Ence now desperately needed his pistol. Overpass has not been.
No niin, Ence pitäis comebackia nyt aika lailla sit veroilla. Tekää maratoni, niin se toimii.
Pistols, no kits. Once again, Vitality going for 5 tactical vests. I respect it. Stay protected.
Well, ooh, there we go. One more added on range. Oh, and he's gonna get another.
I hate you so much.
This is so awesome.
I love this. This is great.
Let's get a 30-round game.
Damn it. Ence hävitään kartta.
What's he on now? He's still got a while. It's a while.
I really hope Zaiwu just goes eco hunting now.
Let's see what he buys.
I need that in my life.
Give him an MP5, send him up.
Yep.
Rush connector.
Do not
Bottleneck him.
Okay, he's gonna
rush him.
Problem is we're working against how good Vitality is playing, aren't we? This is
well, we need like Zaiwu to get a lot of kills and the rest of them to just kind of flounder it.
even if he gets 2 kills around for the next 5 rounds, he wouldn't make it. So this is gonna be rough.
Yeah, we need Ence to step it up a bit. Maybe if they knew what was on the line.
Yeah, someone go tell him.
Yeah, pause the game. Run in there.
Yo, Henry's gonna put it on a dress. Make sure you throw this map.
Kenellä Encestä on Karamid Doppler? Onko se jollakin Karamid Doppleri?
Alright, Zaiwu. He's on a mission.
Yes, he is. Towards this ladder with 5 Glocks.
Take your time, Ence. No rush.
Lord have mercy on
Don't
Ence.
need
Aleksilla ei ainakaan Allulla ei.
Yes, indeed. Do it, Zaiwu.
Mitähän Mori näillä muilla oli?
As soon as that comm comes in, though, maybe.
Nah,
Is he just gonna swing?
I don't know.
they only have Glocks. They'd have to get kills for Zaiwu to get involved, and that ain't gonna happen.
Get him up,
Ence
okay?
tuli paska yritys.
Get them all. Every single one.
Oh.
Well, he almost does. He grabs 4
damn
and
it.
Alex with 1, so not a whole lot expected. It's just trying to get the bomb planted there in B site, and they're going to buy up into this round.
And Zaiwu, let's keep that MP9. Let's save some cash here.
Pulling this round all day.
Henry kind of making some regrets with mind frame.
Look how more interested you guys are now. All happy, smiles,
Well,
loving it.
Got something to watch.
Yeah,
for.
got a horse in the race now.
you're going to put on a show for us.
Oh, it'll be a show, right? I'm going naked under that thing as well.
You're just
so-
going to sit here with the camera?
Yeah. Do that.
Henry Stone
we
out
go.
here.
Yes, here it is. Zaiwu with 1-2. Give me some more, baby. Give me some more. He can't do it.
God damn it,
That's
Ence.
fine.
Oh
Just Alex now.
god.
Oh, come on,
And this
Ence.
could guarantee us
Kans
another round of
Alex,
the game.
ei.
Oh
Ei.
my God, he's done it.
He has unfortunately done it.
UK boys helping each other
Come on,
out.
Alex,
Rip,
let's go.
Ence kusi tän kartan.
Steady, just to go on that bit, everyone always like, is he French, is he English? We chatted him yesterday. He goes, yeah, I'm only a British citizen.
Yeah.
So he's got an English accent as well. I haven't spoken to him before. So most French people don't like English people. Like, big cliche, but
You guys
that
have
is the
some-
thing. I didn't think they'd want to be recognized for
Let tuoda
this.
You guys have
So,
some
Instagram.
history, so
yeah.
Is.
So it was nice to see him. He was happy to represent that UK flag.
It's friendly.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Okay, and doesn't look good.
Zaiwu on the M4 now.
He's got the big rifle out here. We'll see what he can do. Dress on the line, and I believe the tournament. We'll see.
But the dress is the important one.
Looking to take us to Inferno. Will this be enough? 1 Galil. They have pretty much. Okay, 3 players are forced into this. It'll just be
Four
X7
smokes.
and Ariel, who have got 2K.
No, 5 smokes.
Come on, Ence. Just win 3 more rounds.
Yeah, Ence, give us some more rounds. I know you got some gas in the tank.
Nasty ass tank, yours.
Nasty ass tank.
NBK. Should be able to get 1. You'd imagine there's going to be a flashbang. Yeah,
Bot Alexi B.
The exit, and he just barely gets away.
Ei kumminkaan yhtä botti kuin alla.
He's not going to fall, though. Apex just making some noise from the site.
Zywoo rotating over into the
He's
action.
getting aggressive.
You'd love to see that. Big time kill.
That's
big
30.
time kill.
That's 30.
That is good news for Zywoo and Henry Greer.
Koska in.
Another kill.
Another one.
Vähän ohi.
Wow, more kills there.
Another one.
This is unprecedented. We are going to have Zywoo alive, but looking to get 2 more here. Wants that dress on as we get another. Sergey will be dropped.
Yes.
He's done it. 4 kills.
What's the total?
Oh god.
Oh, Jesus.
We just need Ence to win like 2 rounds.
Yeah. All right.
It's just gone wrong, hasn't it?
Lonely, do you want to get out of the cupboard? Maybe get it prepared. Yeah, to get it.
Kes oli ne seuraavat joukkueet? Oliko Liquids vastaan NRG kummin päin?
Get it on presentation behind us. Look what we could have had if it doesn't happen. Oh, it's worse than I remember as well. Why is it such a long princess?
Oh, it's long, dude.
Yeah,
it's a long, elegant dress. Yeah, that's lovely.
It's Princess Peach cosplay, isn't it?
I think it might be. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Princess Peach Greer.
Well then, AKs are out.
Here we go. Zywoo in the connector. Can he grab it?
He's had enough.
I'm sure he can. Watch this.
Yes! It's a new element has been introduced as Alu. Oh, he might buy you around here, boys.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking he's buying us around.
That's what I'm thinking. Always been a team player.
7 more kills will do it, right?
Yes, indeed. That's right.
It's not out of the realm of possibility.
It's really not. Like, the way he's playing right now, this is, of course, I've been calling him out. Being average, it's old tournament, not that great. Moment of address on it, all of a sudden, no, he can be asked
Henry's
now.
just like, this is my moment, I will.
Pikkukuvan osaa.
Watch this, I'll call him right out. And now,
Näin niitä pro-pikkukuvia tehdään.
Boys are happy I made the bet.
Tumpataan Liquidi, Drop Shadow.
Okay, well, we do need Vitality to bring this
Mikäs
back.
tää on?
I think they're going to win this. It looks like Vitality just stacking the B-bomb site, just gambling it.
Valkonen.
It's not having that information thus far. They're about to storm out onto that site with a flash. They're going to have no resistance. Lamau.
Eat away at the money, though. Get Vitality closer to a save. Help them build up some cash as well. They've been really struggling to get money, to get any kind of money flow.
Well, see how many of the Vitality members stay alive for now. Doesn't seem like Ence are too interested.
Joku ongelma nyt oikeesti.
No, there shouldn't be at least.
Yeah. Maybe.
Ei tarvitse laittaa muita logoita enää.
Alexi might be the only one.
Ja et pelaa Crowbotopia. No en.
Obviously, this is a team that values their utility as well.
Se on läpällä mun koneella.
On the brink of disaster.
Voin kertoa ehkä Snapissa sulle yksityisenä syyn.
On the other side of that. So
always back to that somehow.
Niin joo, ja mä testasin kato FPS:ää, niin sen takia mä alun perin latasin sen mun koneella.
The contract I signed, it was an email contract, so I think
tässä oli Crowbotopiassa FPS:ää.
Is this thing on?
Yes, it is.
Oh my god.
Get stuck in, son. Let's go.
So we're looking like an ace and a 2K, and then that's it?
Oh, you're just interested in that, okay. No interest in the semi-final, just the dress.
He's got the op now.
Oh boy.
It's going to be harder to get like a quick
look at this
4-man.
Yeah, but he isn't slowing down, is he?
He's really feeling himself right now, that's for sure. They take complete water.
Läpällä ja läpällä.
Zywoo, eyes on.
Kusku pörkkyl.
Scoped in. Pretty nerdy angle there with the op. Probably.
Miten jos tänään Twitchiin 2 tilaajaa, ei kun seuraajaa?
He's gonna be so far away from me.
Oh dear. Pressure's getting to him.
Alright, get back to the M4. This isn't your weapon.
Yes, decent map control for Ence so far. They've got long and towards middle. You can see MBK. This isn't ideal. He's the one essentially anchoring towards A right now. He's in the bathrooms and 5-7 only. There's a bit of rotations coming over though. He'll have some backup. Here he comes, Zywoo. Oh, on the same course, he's arrived in time.
Yes, he has. The party's just about to get started with Zywoo. Eventually,
Getting a bit greedy now, I would say.
Some pressure here from Ence is going to be applied. The clock is starting to dwindle
They're using
down.
a lot of utility just to clear out restrooms.
I would really like for
they're running
Zywoo
out of flashes for him,
to
so
get 4 kills and then they lose the round.
That's your ideal
that's
situation.
my ideal
probably
situation.
best case scenario.
Oh, MVK.
Oh no.
Here it comes.
Miksi kattos seinään toi Vitalityn jäät?
Oh dear.
oh
That's what I'm
boy.
talking about.
Oh,
Here's
this
your
might be a
chance.
couple of free ones.
Get some kills.
Get some
Oh,
exit kills.
Get out of there.
Get some
come
exit
on.
kills.
Go bank. You won't.
Yeah, get out. Get the fuck out. Let's do it. Let's go, Ence. Get rid of it. To be fair, I should probably be rooting for Vitality. This closes out
Yep.
now.
Yeah.
Get it done.
out there quickly.
So you wear the tactical vest under the dress, or like how does that work?
No, that's a separate cosplay.
Oh,
so
okay.
this is.
That's on the Patreon.
What an idea that you've just given him. Oh wow, patron, I can actually do that. Yeah, you're right.
Tactical vest peach.
The newest Smash skin. Talking about your patron, of course.
Patreon.com/smashhenry.
Yeah.
What would you name that tier of donators on your Patreon?
The donut hole.
That would be. I don't know. Maybe the Girthquake package.
Girthquake.
You could
Henry
do, like,
Girth.
That would be like $500. You have to.
I buy into that.
Yeah.
Henry's wankers.
Henry's White. Well, Henry's G's is normally pretty good. That could be
Henry's
the,
G-spot
like
was-
$30
that
a
was a
month.
good
get you-
Henry's G-spot, yeah.
Not G-spot. It's Henry's G's.
Oh,
Bit
all right.
crass what you guys are doing.
Be classy, guys.
Sexually charged.
No,
You
it's
guys got a lot in your mind.
not entirely true and untrue, so whatever. Zywoo with 33 kills.
Still, he's been on there for a while, boys.
We all
been so
patiently
in-
await.
Slowing right down.
Ever since he picked up the op, we need to get him back on the AK.
Yeah.
Stop the match. Let's go in there.
Hohoi, väsy vaikka
Anyway,
ei
5 AKs for
kumminkaan.
Ence. And
Oho,
MBK
onhan
stick
kello
with
9.
that.
Well, in the stack they did before, remember they got 2 kills off this. Is that towards connector? Indeed, it is same one. But now they've got a player towards that short pike and drop off and focus towards middle. PK holding towards the short area. So that's a difficult position to hold.
With these 2 players up long for Ence, that's going to be a big problem if they traverse back.
They have they have a blind counter right now because the whole defense. I mean, Vitality. It's actually pretty cool to set up 2 players in the staircase to watch for that kind of presence.
Here he comes.
Itse asiassa mä vaan lätkän tohon vasemmalle TVC ilman ääniä, niin mä voin kertoa teille aina tilannetta.
It's going to be more rounds there, but looks of things. So, it's always that.
Get him off the op.
Well, if you're just joining us at Beyond the Summit, you picked a pretty cool time. Vitality could push this to a 3rd, which would be Inferno, and then perhaps even Henry wearing a dress. There's also...
Maybe we could get the dress on camera for a second. Just show us what's on the line.
Preview.
Can we get the camera on for a second?
Picture in picture?
Like Launders is gonna hold it up just so everyone's on the same page.
Sen oli snap.
orb thing in the middle. Dude. That's
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a gem.
fuck.
It's a special blue gem.
Sapphire, I believe.
It might be. You're right.
Real one?
Saako ensin runi?
Do you think this can happen? Production? Can we go to camera?
Real
maybe
quick?
maybe they're waiting
real
for freeze
quick.
time. They're waiting for freeze
In
time.
freeze time. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
If I had to guess.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look.
We'll see.
There we go.
There we go.
This is
Oh.
what's on the line.
That's the dress.
It's
It's a beautiful thing.
It looks pretty good on you.
That's a nice
You
curtsy.
can take this over if you want. Like,
Yeah.
it's your size, I think.
Show us some leg launders.
The alluring launders.
Oh, there we
the,
go.
sh-
That's
the shoulders are going to be
Mitä
the issue.
ihmettä,
It's going to be a
pojat.
real tight fit.
yeah, the shoulders seem a little puffy. You got a little bit of a puffy dress that. that'll
Oh
help you out.
dear.
And you could get Henry Greer in that for the low price of Zywoo getting 7 more kills.
Send him your power.
Doesn't sound like a lot when you
Come
say
on,
it like
Send him
that.
Come on.
your- And here he goes.
He's
With
not on
AUG.
the op anymore.
Yep, 5 AUGs.
On the bright side, he's the only one fragging for his team right now, so
Yeah. He's going to be the one to power them
That's what I'm
through.
saying. If they just send him forward every single round, he gets 2 kills.
2 kills and
And
they
then they
lose.
die.
Dies. You know, that'd be great. They lose the round. We extend this a little bit longer.
I mean, we all are really looking forward to this, and I'm not.
I no
real
longer
sure
care
why.
who wins. I just want Henry in a dress.
Yeah, basically.
Not the first time I've heard you say that, to be honest.
Definitely
Getting a
not.
bit weird.
3 kattojaa normissa, 100 kattojaa no, suurin piirtein. Tähän aikaan näitä pelejä striimassa tuli sitten YouTube vähän tekee näitä virheitä joskus.
Right then.
What's he doing?
5 versus 4. He's getting a little bit too big for his boots, it seems, but pulling it back. It's a nice dink towards Alu, and I think he'll finish things off, taking the matter into his own hands here. Looking for a third. I think he's got it. Not quite. Damage to Alexi B, and they will take the bomb down once again. 3 versus 2.
This is not ideal.
It's really not. Time ticking away. Vitality might find 15th round, Jason.
No niin, 2 Twitch-seuraajaa.
I think all the fun has ended there.
It's ruining my day.
Mä en tiedä uskallanko se avaa Pavelzz appeja.
Well, it's not over with yet, so let's not, bank on Henry not finding some misery.
Yeah, we can always look forward to that.
Always have that to kind of fall back on as a punching bag type thing.
Yeah, punching bag situation.
RPK is bound to get one frag here.
Mitä?
It's the dirtiest position, this one. That's one nasty.
Yeah. Especially with an AUG.
Yeah, you're so
Seems
camouflaged.
unreasonable.
Like you don't ever consider it. Like it's so common, but still it's so camouflaged, so difficult to see. You got so much more going on as well.
Like even X7 plays that spot and he didn't consider it.
Yeah.
No time here for Sergey to do much, and he won't be able to do anything but take down RPK.
Net point for Vitality, but Ence still have a fair bit of cash to work with.
Come on, Ence.
Come on, Zaiwu. Look at me, school is for fools.
What?
Was that Billy Madison?
Is that Billy Madison?
Yeah, I think it's Robin Williams actually that has that part.
Robin Williams and Billy Madison?
It's like one scene.
Okay. I haven't seen that movie in a minute.
It has been a while.
O'Doyle rules.
No, I'll not make out with you.
Here we go. Out of the door.
Mulla on kurkku kipeä, sitä välillä on pää kipeä ja
Oh,
semmonen kuuminen olo, että
damage done to himself at least. One more round will do it. Seal the deal. M4 this time for Zaiwu. Really losing his confidence now, guys. He tried the AWP out, the AUG, it's not really working. M4 first time in the 2 maps that Vitality have an M4, so what does that say?
koska viimeinen runi niin pääsis niin.
No.
I don't love this. This is gonna win him the rounds.
Juomista.
Oh god.
I'll take it. Oh,
no.
Make sure you close it out now, boys.
Damn it.
Balls, Zaiwu. Come on, man.
It's done.
If you really cared about us.
It was a nice dream to have for a little bit.
Well,
good stuff, boys.
Oh shit, musta tuntuu, että Ence tippuu.
4 kills away.
All that aside, Zaiwu definitely a driving force for Vitality in this map.
Yeah,
that's fair to say.
Absolutely.
You should maybe just put it on just in honor.
Yeah, like just kind of wear it.
Kaikilla Razerin
kuulokkeet.
Give it its best.
You shouldn't do that.
There's still ping
How badly do you want it?
Not that bad.
Not that badly?
We'll save it for the after party.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Are you still
Is that in your hotel room or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Puhukaa noi voisit chattiin vai huutaako ne toisille kuulokkeet?
I think it's a new look that you
can put a gothic sort of princess.
Yeah.
Anarchy princess?
Anarchy princess, yeah, kind of rip the dress up a little bit.
Yeah.
Be cool.
Or you
nice.
in the underpass.
I think they already have that. You could do it's like that's called Bowsette, I think.
There he is.
Hey, how's it going, guys? If you're just joining us, you're just in time. It's the 3rd map of the first semi-final about to go underway. Well, after a short break, of course, but it's going to be Inferno coming up next. But Mirage is where Overpass where Mirage... Sorry.
You can do this.
Mikä luotiliivi tuollakin? Joo, mä ei juomista.
Dress in my mind's all messed
Ever
up.
since he heard the news, just keeps thinking.
But that was good from Vitality.
Yeah,
it's
very good.
Ence have got some serious issues on Overpass right now, right?
Yeah, but like in addition to that, I also think it speaks volumes to how good of a T side we're seeing out of Vitality, and not just on Overpass, just in general.
It's like they've already played them on Overpass as well, so it's not like they could really counter it.
I think that's part of why the Vitality T side was so good, because it felt like they were playing like a mind game between those 2 games from earlier.
Yeah,
a lot of emphasis on the A-bomb site this time, where previously in the group stage it was the B-bomb site.
Yeah,
it's really classic in-game leading. As soon as you show enough hands towards that side of the map, and they've got a time out of them, they're just rebuilding, they've got to be adapting to what you're presenting. That's when you mix it up. You go for a contact play, 5 players, super simple, nothing too flashy, and you've got enough star power in your team to actually hit the shots. It works out real nice for them.
And that puts Ence up to 0-4 on Overpass for the tournament, right?
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
Not too shabby.
Pretty good stuff right there. We got anything else, Henry?
No, that's pretty much it.
We've got a break.
We're going to go take a nice little break here. We're going to recuperate. We're going to throw some hoops. Take the chicken out for a little walk as well. Got the leash. Oh, well, anymore. And we'll be back with Inferno, the final map of our first semi-final. We'll be right back in a few minutes. We'll see you there.
EGB, your esports betting world. The only place to find the widest choice of popular games and matches to win real money. Choose your bet on a single event or express of several matches with dizzy odds. Serving the market for 7 years with over 800,000 users. Join now to get your bonus for the first deposit up to $600. EGB, you know for sure who's gonna win.
Valkopaitana en nähnyt. Tuossa musiikissa tuli copyright. Oliko se Infi seuraava mappi vai? Joo. Oh jaa. Aleksi Savolainen. Ja sinne loppukin mun muistikuva, mitä monet ihmisen nimet oli. Vielä on lätkäpeli 1-1. Ei kun 0-0 siis. Ei 1-1 vaan 0-0. Mä vähän pahoin oikeesti pelkään nyt kyllä, että Ence tippuu. Plus. Selvä. Kaikilla tuli striikki, kun tuo lätkäpeli alkas. Striikki sitten tuosta omasta hienosta TVstä. Aivan.
Well, Henry, there's something to be said about professionalism, being on time, being prepared for your job.
Yep.
There's a big thing to be said about that.
Well,
let it be known, the stuffed chicken has more responsibility. Hey, Trace.
All right, Jason, shit-talking O'Toole, back as usual. Anyway, semifinals, boys. We've made it all the way to Championship Sunday. A lot going on here, and so far we almost saw Henry in a dress. Didn't actually happen that way. Perhaps he'll double down at some
4 more
point.
kills is all it took.
Scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
A little scary.
1 more round.
A little exciting.
Nonetheless, good looks there, I think.
Yeah, Vitality looked great, which is kind of what we said, like, expecting, Ence to be in better form than what we've seen from most of this event, but Vitality really showing some prowess and obviously the weakness of Ence on overpass. This was always a very real possibility. Inferno's going to be exciting.
We haven't seen much if any. I
don't think so.
I can't recall. I'm sure we've seen it at least once or twice.
We must have done.
Yeah.
But just
it's been a long
the
week.
point still stands. We haven't seen it really being popular. Like Vertigo's had more of a showing.
Pretty sure
Inferno.
we saw Ghost play it a couple times.
Yeah, maybe once or twice.
Freak was kind of maneuvering around that B-bomb site, playing with shotgun.
Yeah, that could be true. One of the games I wasn't there for.
Could be true. Could also be a lie.
Yeah, could be. Vitality will start on the T side by the looks of things. I assume we do a knife for the third map. Whether that's happened.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Players just came in as
Miksi kaiken pitää aukeutua tohon näytölle? Älä nyt sano vielä, että se menee uudelleen näytölle.
Is that better?
Tell me up as well.
You know which one you are?
No. Just do one of them.
Just do all of them? All right.
I like that. Yeah, that's good. That's
harder.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a bit too much.
That's the spot.
Yeah, there you go.
It's so sensitive, it's unreal.
Right.
So
That sounds
like,
good to me.
Anyway.
We're missing Halvoy. He's not coming in. Or?
Well, the chicken's here. I'm here. You guys are here. Halvor should be here any minute.
Are any of the other boys, Launders and Fifi, here? Are they
They're just chilling.
grand finaling it?
Yeah. What? No.
So, everyone been doing good. All the costumes out of the way. We've got a couple of the skits out of the way. We have a few more things planned. After this series is the what's up, bro? After this series is the unveiling of the new map. So you'll want to stick around for that.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to miss that.
The one Fifth Line has been working on with Launders.
And
I think Valve are involved in as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
We I had a sneak preview of the video yesterday. It's top notch.
Sick map.
It's good. Yeah.
Nice. I'm curious what what Launders brought to it because he's like KZ guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of fancy things. It's not a map for people like me who and maybe
jump.
like me and Pasha who don't really have what you would call any movement skills in the game of
So
Counter-Strike.
Jason, shake your head, yes or no. I mean, we can't really see that right now. Is it Tuscan? It is, huh? Okay, that's nuts. Okay.
Okay. Bit of a spoiler there, Trace. But
sorry, guys.
All right.
Try not to give away too much.
Yeah, well.
Oh.
What do we have
Oh.
here?
These.
Do they know they're on camera?
They probably have no idea.
That was pretty
Okay.
good shot.
Here we go. That's trash.
Now, if you had to bet on one horse in this race, no pun intended, which one would it be?
Steve, Joker Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was balling too. He was balling in basketball.
Yeah, he's got some shots.
All right. Henry, could you take both on? Or not?
With that form that Elige is bringing out
Could you beat
right
both
now,
of them?
I have no idea. We've seen one shot.
Yeah, this is like you're usually a pretty quick judge of
we'll
skill.
This is not great ping pong posture. You can see Elige barely ready. Oh, look at that.
Right.
Awkward backhand.
It's difficult to really gauge any skill.
You see, when we put the camera on them, he nailed a pretty nice shot, but then after that, it's like it's all falling apart.
All
Sun
downhill.
shines on even a dog's ass once in a while.
All right. Any dogs in particular? Or
Never heard that saying?
I'm going to be honest with you, man. I usually have to back a lot of things.
Get the camera away.
Matt, but he really did lose the battle, didn't?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah. Well, won the battle, lost the war.
Well, headsets going on bodes well for us getting into the game. So I can imagine that that's on the cards here relatively soon. In the meantime, this is Beyond the Summit. This is semi-final number 1. The next one will be immediately after.
Liquid Renegade, or Liquid NRG, sorry.
Yeah.
That's a great
NRG,
game.
RNG.
Yeah,
I
I mixed up, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great game coming up.
And
I think these
NRG
semis
won
levels.
2-0 last night.
Yeah.
That's right.
They've been looking pretty good, actually. From start to finish. So it's going to be interesting to see.
This is a good event for them, though. I feel like this is the kind of event that team would like thrive in. There's no pressure.
I mean, they won last year,
know,
right?
Yeah, they won the last one.
Yeah, they won the
so
last
They
one.
are defending Summit champions. But ultimately, NRG has cemented themselves at the top NA Counter-Strike. Yeah, for sure, 100%. They're on the international scale. But I feel like they can make a bigger impact, and I feel like that's probably what they're looking for.
Yeah, I think everyone's waiting for that little bit of a bigger impact out of them.
Like a massive one, right?
Like some actual implications of being able to say that this team is going to be, a dangerous team deep into tournaments time after time.
They won, what was it, IEM Shanghai.
Yep.
So, like, after that, we got to see them run through Star
Suomi sai äsken lätkäs rankkari, mutta kusi se.
I don't know. It does
Obviously
seem a
won
little,
Summit as well, so.
Yeah, it just seems like it's not entirely there yet.
Oli harvinaisen
This knife round certainly
paskaryritys.
is. Slice and dice him. Zorro has come out, and he does favor Ence.
Wasting no time. I like that. A little bit of a battle charge.
Now, how many kills are we going for in this game, Henry? Are you feeling like...
I feel like I've pinned myself out there now.
Yeah.
Someone else can.
Trace, that's you.
Jason looking directly into my eyes as he says that.
You never step up to the plate for the team.
What? Okay. I guess.
Trying to
man.
goad him into it. I like it.
Why is it like this? That's definitely not true, but you know what? You guys got any ideas? What should my wager be? We
Okay,
can't pick the
Alu,
dress.
CT side. Let's go with that.
Okay.
What about 20 kills for Alu, CT side of Inferno?
And then what happens?
You put the dress on.
20 kills CT side.
You can wear the tactical vest with it, too.
Yeah?
Make it a little bit more macho.
Yeah, okay. If I can wear the tactical vest, I'm in.
All right.
Cool. 20 kills for Alu, and I'll put on a
And the
fucking
the
dress.
first half is all I'm saying.
Really,
Yeah,
not
20
happy.
kills.
Really not happy about the bet you just made.
In the first, well, because I know what Alu's capable of, and he was hitting some bangers in the last map, right? So, well, this should be fun.
See what he can do.
20 kills, CT
Well,
side.
now that that's locked in, Alu, I do consider to be the best CT sniper in Inferno. So
Now Henry's got a bone in it.
So
Finally.
let's see
Can't
what he
wait
can
to
do.
lady leg with the dress on. It's going to be nuts.
It's going to be so much fun. Well, let's have a look at the buys as they come in. Once again, Vitality, no utility, Jason. Like, in Inferno especially, that makes the B-bomb site almost a no-go for them, right?
You don't even really have the fallback plan of like
Yeah.
just a standard, you know,
You
smoke
have to
towards
pretty
spawn.
much you have to pretty much go A on this. I guess not necessarily, but like if you're looking at the rules of Counter-Strike, trying to plant without a smoking CT spawn is a bit of a nightmare. Even getting towards a bomb site is hellish against those USPs as they're rotating in.
It's got to be just a very, very aggressive strategy from Vitality with
It
this.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
here
full
we are.
middle.
Already up mid, and they're just going to blow up on this. This is perfect, actually. You could see Ed's just... Alu's in full retreat at the moment. He's got bailed out. There's the first of 20 for Alu.
19 remaining.
Yes. It's true. Oh, great.
18.
Just get an ace, dude. Just
Just to get it over with.
20 in the first 5 rounds. Like, okay, well, great. Thanks, dude.
Well, it looks like now 2 versus 1. Bomb not planted. They could go to B, I suppose, now. But they're both going to be towards A. Looks like the plant will come in momentarily. Very safe plant at that. Faking it out just to see if it baits out the reaction from the CT. And now he knows it's a fake. He's got even closer. It's actually helped him out somewhat.
He doesn't know where the second player is the big issue. Ooh! Maybe not. Maybe it's not an issue whatsoever.
That's a nice shot. Now he has the advantage. He's done damage. It's a beautiful shot to close things out. Alu with 2. Sergey, they will finish it out in the clutch as well. No bomb planted there, Jason. They've at least got that bomb down and got their bonus cash. They've got nothing really from that.
It's one of those things where like it looks silly looking back on it that they didn't just plant the bomb,
Yeah.
right? But they just wanted to find out where he was. If he was coming from the flank, and they wanted to maybe bait him out halls and get a better plan, or just know where he was going into the post plant. And that's really unfortunate. It's just some beautiful shots from Sergey.
Great stuff. Force buy in response.
All SMGs.
Great.
So just Alex, who is the in-game leader, he'll be with Glock, no armor, and a smoked Molotov. So interesting that he's not kind of on with the same level as his teammates.
Rare Tech 9 sighting.
Indeed. MBK still true to the cause. Smokes towards Library and Arch. Going to focus towards the quad and see if they can break through and get that bomb planted this time.
Ariel playing this from the pit. He's going to start to mow them down as they walk right in the crossfire. Alu, thank God, only one so far. And that has worked out pretty well for Ence. They're able to retain 5 of these weapons. And for at least the side of Vitality, money not quite where they want it to be just yet. So I suspect some more pistols come out.
Yeah, full eco at this stage. Maybe a smoke from Alex, a flashbang to see if they can get the bomb down, considering he didn't invest as heavily. See if he's that way inclined. Didn't really get anything done there at all. Third and final map of our first semi-final here. Enter the upper hand. 3-0 start, looking very likely. Alex does indeed invest a little bit more. He goes for a deagle this time. No, he's got armor as well, so he could have joined his teammates just to know, like last round with the same sort of buy and not gone down so quickly, but I guess it wouldn't have made that much of a difference considering how the round went down.
Alu now.
All eyes trained on
Lots of kills available.
Listen, these anti-ecos, we're just going to stick in Alu's POV.
spam this Jalali. What, I think that's how it is, right?
I don't know.
Sorry, I know you're not really in tune with the Twitch chat.
No, I'm absolutely not.
I kind of consider myself
a connoisseur of
One,
Twitch chat?
one of the people.
I'm like one of the people. I really do love each and every one of you, in one way or another. So
Going away from Alu, which is a bit upsetting.
Yeah.
no, this is good news.
They can
Lexi
funnel him
B.
back though. If he just gets one of these kills.
Maybe Alexi just drops that Molotov and they turn her right back around.
And he just mows all 5 down, and then
Yeah.
everyone's happy. Trace's expense per usual. So
Yeah. It's normally what happens.
all right. Well, they haven't done that. They've actually poised up for banana. And that Molotov does finally come out, but ultimately it's Zawi that doesn't give a shit. He's ran right through it.
What the? There's a gap in that molly, I guess.
What a wild man.
X7 gonna try and hold the line. Now he's gonna be pinned down, and there's Sergey. That's a nice round from Ence. 3-0.
Go Alu.
Here we go then. The upgrades. Not looking too good for Ence because they've got 4 SMGs, so they might want to throw one of them away. We'll see if they're that way inclined. There's an M4, so MP9 does get thrown.
They're going to give it Alu.
Hell yeah, they are.
Fantastic.
They actually dropped the weapon for him as well.
Fantastic.
Keep that money
No,
nice
wait.
and healthy.
Nope, nope. He's back on the ump.
Okay.
Either way, somehow AWP coming out on the side of Zywoo, who had a red-hot overpass. Let's see if he can find some of that form here.
Maybe this is because of the SMGs, but they have 4 players at this B bomb site. I'm wondering if maybe they want to do something really aggressive, like delayed when they've lured Vitality into Banana a little bit more. You could see the nade usage being here, and you'd imagine these SMGs going to start pushing forward.
Molotov's going to force that player from Ence off
Oh,
of the tree.
RP is so done.
Ultimately, the flash is going to let Alexi B rain through them all. Grabs 2 before he's eventually traded out by Apex. All that pressure applied on Banana has been very fruitful thus far here on this first buy round for Vitality. 2 of those AKs already hitting the ground, and that'll give an option for Ence to pick them up too.
I don't even think Vitality saw the numbers either. Obviously, if they knew that there was 4 players in Banana, or even 3 players, they probably just
Leg it up.
pivot to the A bomb site and just go highly aggressive. The fact that they haven't made that response, they just didn't know how many players were there.
And that's to the credit of Ence, right? Like not giving away too much utility, not throwing 3 Molotovs, but you know, keeping it to a reasonable level so it's not easy for Vitality to make that kind of deduction.
They're going to do what they can out here on this A bomb site. Aerial with the first contact and the first frag for Ence. Sergey grabbing 1 as well, so it only leaves Alex left. And while he's still alive,
Plant's going to be super helpful. Ooh, Alu got a free AWP out of all this.
he did indeed.
That's very nice.
If he survives, though.
Oh, he's surviving. Oh, he's getting the
ran
skill.
right in there. Didn't get the kill. So
See, this would
well.
be great if the defuse just gave us 3 frags like it used to.
I smell food.
Yeah, it smells real good. Oh, it's just arrived. That's why.
Oh, God.
Boss man's arrived with the food. Pause the game.
Can't tell.
Let's go.
Oh, boy, it's Wingstop.
Oh,
Yikes. I'm going to look.
Wings and ranch.
Going to look a little bloated in that dress. I do fear.
Not quite ready for the prom this time.
Not quite ready for the
Oh, God.
Wingstop. What a blessing, first of all. Shout out BTS for having some of the
God bless it all.
loudest catering in the entire world.
And the pink starburst.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are nice, too. Also, some cheese puffs were hidden in the corner over there, so thanks for those as well.
There he comes, my boy!
There we are!
That's what we need. That's why he's considered the best Trace, as he racks them up.
He's got 5 now.
Enthusiasm shines through.
Perhaps he'll crater or something. Eliminating himself in the round. That would be rather nice. Meanwhile, it's Vitality that want to pressure B by Vitality. I'm just talking about the 2 left alive in this round. RPK and Apex.
Oh, wow.
What good damage.
Yeah, quite a bit of damage.
I have no idea, but...
Just learned that angle.
He's going to get it again, isn't he?
Oh, he's going to go for it.
Boy.
Alexi's learned, though.
Them wings, man. Oh,
Smell.
really getting to me.
Those vegan wings in.
Sorry, I only eat gluten-free vegan hot wings.
It's all down to this. 2 on 5.
Yeah.
Oh. Gnarly fountain position is going to pay off as well.
Finally gets what he's looking for.
Yeah.
Well, that was good. Good overall for everyone involved.
So, T-side, we haven't seen much of Inferno from Vitality.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, we've been talking highly of their T side so far throughout the tournament, but on Inferno, it was their CT side that was pretty cool, right? Like, with how they would regain banana control, you know, for mid rounds, etc., with the Molotov usage, that kind of a thing. That netted them a lot of rounds.
This map on the T side feels really constricted for Vitality. Like, they had a lot of really cool moves about going between the bomb sites, but this just feels like everywhere you go, they're locked out a little bit.
Yeah. Might need to start getting some opening frags to make the job a little bit easier. Right now, they've been going down early a lot.
They've been losing the banana battle on
Yeah.
the T side, haven't they?
Once they stray towards mid, there's Alu.
The things you can't unsee, Henry.
Ei kuulu, joo.
5-0. Galil outs. RPK will be the unlucky one that has to wield that. 4 AKs. Ali still on the AWP. 2 fantastic shots to keep them in the lead in the previous round. As you can see at the top of your screen.
Hyvä, että joku kertoo tämän tässä
We are
vaiheessa.
back to a traditional best of 3 system here in the playoffs. It's Liquid and NRG who play next to decide who will be the finalists. Right now it's looking very good for Ence. been a rough tournament for them so far. As long as you got to this stage, though, it didn't really matter. The top 4 teams were always going to be very competitive. Banana control gifted to the French. Looking good. Remember, 5 players together has been their calling card. And the big man's there. He'll take one down. Good nade as well as he gets the second.
That's what I'm talking about.
Maybe a third
That's
is on
what
the
I'm
card.
talking about.
That's really what we need here, Trace. That's exactly what we needed him to do.
I can almost see him in the dress already.
Yeah, it's a
Not
wonderful
that
thing.
It's something you haven't thought about, I'm sure, at some point in your life, Jason.
Never, just these last 10
Mulla
minutes.
syvä.
Okay.
Kiitos, bye.
But it's been a good 10 minutes.
It's been a very good 10 minutes.
Well, it's getting a little chilly in here.
It's on the shrink now.
Everything's starting to kind of shrinkage. And it's 8 kills for Alu. The magic number is 20. For
Here's
me,
the real thing about this bet that I think is really wrecking you, Trace. At least when Henry was getting close to the 40s, right? It was the second half. So there could have been, you know, less rounds. This is a definite 15 rounds of this half.
Yeah, but here's the thing is, like, first of all, if he does get to 20 within the first half, that's the bet, right?
Yep.
So then I'm wearing the dress for the second half.
No, you're wearing it for the next
Second
segment.
semi.
The next
Second, hold on now. And who decided all that?
You think you're wearing it for 30
Miksi
seconds?
näitä aakoita aukeaa tilalla?
30 seconds. You're
Who said
wearing
anything
it.
about 30 seconds?
Got to be on camera.
Got to be on camera.
Okay, I'm going to be on camera. That's going to happen.
When
Don't
that
worry.
second semi finishes, you can take it off.
No.
Strict man.
What do
Henry
you
G,
mean, no?
the arbiter of the bets.
What do you
Yeah, I
mean,
had no
no?
idea I was dealing with the actual kingpin here.
Look, man, what do you
The
think I was going to do?
bookkeeper.
Was I going to wear it for 5 minutes and take it off?
So you're going to wear it for a game?
They were
Okay,
going to
so
wear
you
it
would
to
have wear it for a
Dallas.
game as well then.
Not the whole map.
All right, let's not get into
One
this
map.
cat fight just yet.
Oh, he does this all the time. He signs up at things and then just backs out of them.
That's not true. So, all right. Carry on.
There you go.
Well, also, mates, 6-0.
And
Alu with the AWP getting aggressive, of course.
what a buy, though, from...
We're going to love this. This is going to make us happy.
softening them up. It's a bit too much.
It's all a fake. NBK trying to create some presence. Ooh, this is going to be rough for the T's. Aerial 2 kills.
Sitten 2,
That
sen
makes
jälkeen
this
3.
infinitely harder, and the rotations are in as well. The bomb site is going to get locked down by the defense as Sergey slides in. And I believe he's got some reinforcements as well. And X7, although he's gone down now, all of a sudden it gets a little interesting. A plant in the possibility for Vitality. It's got to come quick, though.
Not sure he can do much with this. Has got a minute, though. Waiting for a mistake. No reason for Ence to peek this.
Alu peek.
Get it done.
Oh, he's in mid. That sucks.
Yeah.
Nice finish.
7-0.
Sergeillä on kyllä aivi.
Nice finish. Just
Aivia.
That's good.
Hyvä on Suomi.
plenty of money for Ence.
Yeah, there's really nothing to talk about with Vitality at the moment, is there?
No, they're doing like weird buys though. I guess that was a. Yeah, I don't really know what that was because it does restrict what Alex is able to buy, even though the rest of them could potentially do it. But getting a solo AK with a bunch of Tech 9s and.
I think at
whatnot.
that point they were just desperate for anything, right? Any economic
Yeah.
damage that they could cause. Because look at how much money like Alu's at 1,400.
But that's
Sergey
the thing, right?
over
Like
10K.
it's too far gone at that point.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. Because Ence have been mopping up pretty nicely so far.
Here's a buyout on the board for Vitality in this round. They're going to have the AWP on Zywoo.
Yeah, rest of them should get AKs, and Alex is actually okay. Going for light Kevlar instead of See, these are the kind of buys I don't necessarily get because on Mirage they decided to sacrifice all the weaponry just to get utility, and here they go the other way around.
Yeah.
And the tragedy here is for Vitality, and unfortunate, RPK still
Yet to frag.
not with him like he has been in the previous days. Something for Ence to look out for.
Ooh. There's no way Alex is expecting 2 players to be this far out.
Ooh, that's a ballsy peek. Sergey's got it. Gonna fall back as well. NBK a little late for the spam and also has to be cautious. Stacks in those halls, as you saw. Third player on those stairs ready to swing in if needed. Five on 4. Again, just really struggling to find opening kills.
See if they can recover, but so far, so good for Ence. The in-game leader has gone down as well. That always makes things a little bit more tricky. See if the mid-control will lead to any sort of success here. It looks like they're going back towards B, though. 2 players at the T steps. Still, in terms of utility, they have a couple of smokes, a few flashbangs were enough to smoke coffins and spawn. That would be it. No Molotovs at this point.
Bombs down at the base of T ramp though.
Okay, so this could be a little bit of a fake tool or at least showing presence.
No, I think they just forgot it.
Nah, I think get it now. Sure.
MBK's like, oh.
They're just showing shots, make sure the CT's don't have vision there, I suppose, and they'll go back to A.
Clock's running down though. 30 seconds. Alu is here.
Yes,
Hello
excellent.
now. They've been focusing quad though, Vitality. I'll say that much, so it might be okay.
Oh, they're going
changing it
at
up.
him, baby. They're going at him.
Changing it up. Oh, go on. have a-
Flashed
Peek
off.
that. Peek that. Yeah.
There
Get
we
yourself one more. Get yourself
Go
one
on,
more,
sweetheart.
Alu.
Jason, you're sick.
Woo!
You're a sick man, Jason.
He wants another. Oof. That's double digits, right? There it is.
There we are.
Oh, at the halfway point as well.
Right at about the halfway
Right
point,
on
yeah.
schedule.
It's a tight ass bet we've made here. I'm not saying that just because of how I look.
Koska Liquidin pelin sitä enemmän katsoo tänne.
Just saying.
Nyt katsoo lätkää, mitä se edes. Mä katson myös lätkää.
Really kind of trying to drive it home here. You guys are sick freaks, and ultimately, Alu, my fate rests in your palm.
Lätkä on tossa TV:stä
It's an eco as well here. Little pass by.
Get
vasemmalla.
hungry. Go hunting.
Yeah, rush down mid with your op. Force the issue. Oof. Buffalo sauce entering the nasal cavity. Really spice of life.
Grumbling.
Stomach grumbling.
No breakfast now. Tries to maintain focus on the task at hand.
Yes, he does. Meanwhile, it's going to be Vitality with nothing to work with in this round thus far. 3 smokes on their person. Some upgraded pistols. As it stands, they've gained control of Banana, but there's nothing really that they can force there. Don't have any real leeway into the site. They're going to go ahead and traverse back down the middle.
Back to middle.
Where Alu is posted up.
Yes, he is.
Back to the op.
Again, my friends are all weirdos.
Are they coming down today or?
Funniest man in esports, ladies and gentlemen, hands down, bar none, Henry Greer. He's
That's not bad. That was well done.
Available for bookings.
Kanada
There you
ylivoima.
go. Nope.
Oh, that's what we needed.
Alu getting smoked.
Oh,
Everybody's getting smoked on the side of Ence
Ence
right
taitaa
now.
viruni.
Took
God.
some pistols here for Vitality to get into the game, it seems. 2 alive for Ence at 6-7 and Alexi B. The bomb site has fallen. Bomb planted. Now what will they do?
I don't know what that plan was there.
Real
That was an
strange
optimistic.
idea.
Yeah, that was very awkward.
Sure there was an end goal, but we just couldn't see it,
It
from our
probably
angle.
played out much better.
Toi
this
mora
time.
on vaan niin nätti. Mäkin
It's
haluan.
like Foon down middle. And like,
Yeah. It's like, yo, I'm gonna get this.
And go
this
catch up with
food
these
into a
guys.
half peak, bait out a shot, get 3 kills.
It's going to be the quickest shoulder peek you ever seen. I'm
It's
going
gonna
to
be
Foon
sick.
back.
It's gonna be all over Reddit.
Yeah, basically. But ultimately, he just dies. So, Alexi B will save and hold on to this AUG. And it'll be a first round board. Vitality
Rip,
showing up.
rip Alexi B.
Well, the good part for, I guess, Vitality, yeah, they netted themselves, what, 4 weapons right there?
Yeah.
So they have built themselves a little bit of a cushion.
Kyllä Kanada toisen.
So,
Ei me luule.
This is so sick.
peace. Just
Well, if that's what it takes to get around.
Yeah, that's good.
They are in trouble. We'll see whether they can maintain it. But they do get decent money now, at least. They win the round on a partial buy. They'll get 30 to 50.
Now
on top of
Ollie's
that.
pissed. He's so mad.
great.
Oh, is he going to take the challenge to
Oh,
Zymo?
he loves this peak. He nails this peak.
Flashbang was
Nails
good,
it until Jason says it, like usual.
The flashbang very good. They're obviously aware of his antics and his tendencies. Oh, spots a couple of them. X7 in trouble now.
Oh boy,
RPG on the board now.
it's good. Alu with the tightest of angles.
Oh dear.
Don't do it to me, man.
Come on, baby. I've never asked you for anything.
Uh-oh. Get him out. Get him out.
That's a bold route to run. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no! All right, Ariel in the
Alright.
pit. 3 on 2, but
Ooh.
he's dispatched by the Deeg. And Zywoo can post up with that op. Now he can protect the planter at range. This gets dangerous for Ence.
Yes, it does. Again, baited by the grenade sound.
Oh, that smoke as well. That's brutal. Oh, they're gonna go right through it anyways, though. Oh nope, they did not find the timing, and the Molotov missed.
Yeah.
Might want to back away.
Oh nope.
Through they go. And slaughtered they get.
Mitä oli tullut toinen jo?
Rip. They get. That's right. But the money is just perfectly fine over your friends. Being fiscally responsible, also winning rounds. They all go tandem.
All right, always got a little bit quiet. We don't like this.
Don't like it one bit.
Not even a little bit.
I'm loving it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
That was probably the saddest rendition of that tune I've ever heard.
It is very cheerful.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like. Well, getting pushed around and beaten up was Ence on Banana last round. We're not going to give it up that easy, though. Almost a double there for Zaiwu, but he only legs Alexi B.
Teki aika paljon alla Aleksi damage.
They've struggled to find. They've had it once or twice.
I'm a GTFO.
Kun Allu, Aleksi ja Aleksi ja
anything to do with that.
Aerialla ja
And a contact play. Gonna come in with the smoke before they can even respond.
liikaa samalla kirjaimella
Well done, but right around the
alkavia.
edge. X7 can't do it. They can actually get here in time, and if they can find a kill quickly, they might want to actually go for this.
Yeah, MBK's having some really impact frags here.
That Halls player, that A player, isn't budging an inch, so this is going to be a safe call.
They're out.
Ei, olisitte pistänyt suomalaiset maaliinsa.
Allu's hanging out though, for a little bit.
I don't think they'll be exiting through CD spawn though. So
One can hope.
yeah, it'd be an absolute nightmare if they did. No real
You'd
reason
have
do
to be
that.
a madman.
They should be leaving for banana. They know that's clear.
Think he's gonna go for a wide peak at the very end.
Yeah,
He's not budging.
No, man, come on now.
Pitää olla kyllä kolmas. Ai.
3 rounds on the board for Vitality.
Ence mikä mättää.
Coming back from that round.
Yeah.
That's going to go a long way for Vitality, who have to
Allu
crawl
ottaa
back
kumminkin
into the side. They let us
3,3
get very early on.
Let's get Alu a little bit
tyyppiä per rundi,
Or we just kind of
että
leave him alone, just kind of let him do whatever.
He's got 4 rounds.
He's doing just fine.
4 rounds,
so
10
if
kills. That's very doable.
Cheeky ace. That's all we're asking for.
2 of them back to back, of course.
That'd be epic.
I think we'd all have to put on dresses for
That
that.
sequence would go down in history.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
you love
this.
this.
Back. Yes.
Oh, this is actually looking good for Vitality. They know they've got them in a compromised position.
Yes.
X7 will do what he can. Alexi B fighting back with that AUG, and they fend them off for now. Alu can't get it done here at all,
Yes.
Jason.
This is, oh, it's not good.
It's
This
filthy.
is fantastic.
It's
Alu
filthy in a
15
bad
HP.
way.
Yeah.
He falls himself back to new box with that AWP. He's really hurt. Doesn't want to risk it out there.
I mean, this becomes really interesting because Vitality's really had to like claw themselves back into this position to even start having a good half. It was 8-0 at one point, and they hadn't gotten anything done. Now they're finding banana control consistently. They've had it a couple times. Now this can help open up the map a little bit.
Yeah, I can't imagine Ence getting too aggressive in this moment. They've had a string of rounds that they've taken an L on. Looking a little bit more vulnerable now than they did when they started.
Sorry, Alu's got all the missed shots out of the way early.
Yep, sure. Of course, now he's repositioned himself to Graveyard. Will surely get a few.
Rip.
It's Ariel and Zaiwu that go.
Tai se Aerialla kumminkin yhdessä. No niin, Sergei. Let's go. Allu ammu se.
He's not looking comfortable, is he?
I love it.
It's not his best.
Ei.
He's not looking great. And I think the pressure is getting to him of the dress, not so much the
Ai.
Exactly.
That's probably what it is.
Well, there's still a chance. You might as well go for this one. 2 versus 1. Bomb only just gone down. He's smoked out from the library position, but that starts to clear. Another one to deal with here. It's a pretty common smoke. We'll see whether he has the balls to push through it.
If he holds on to that weapon, they can buy up again with a pretty healthy buy.
He's committed at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's found a great timing to get by. He's just never going to expect Graveyard, is he?
Nope.
Never will check Graveyard. And he goes down for free. Nice job from Alex being patient.
Yeah, guaranteeing the round there.
Yep.
And he holds on to the AUG. Plenty of money should they want to pick up an op.
4. putken Vitality.
On the side of
Ekottaa ensin 4. Ei 8 Vitality 4.
Comes out.
Not good.
It actually turns into a really nice game all of a sudden.
Yep, this is another classic example, really, of the money system. Where they sat right now, they have got enough to buy it. The orb comes out, so they're not doing too bad. They've actually got a pretty strong buy there.
That's the huge benefit. I remember at one point all 5 players on Ence had over $10,000,
right,
so they get a buy through that losing bonus building up, and they've essentially just never have to save.
Yeah, that's if you can keep the rounds clean, it works out. So they could go for a double orb setup here.
Se on nopea tulkitys.
Often, but maybe they want to change things up a little bit, have a bit more poke potential at the start of the round. Focusing on the rifles for now. Will be X7 and Alexi B to be the final purchases here. Vitality, though, remember, they've been very reactive to these timeouts. They change things up quite dramatically when they sense the CTs may be adjusting. So we'll see if they will maybe throw a bit of a Hail Mary in. Go for something very fast-paced. They are sending 4 players towards T-steps. This could be a fast B. And it could be exactly that, the change of pace. If they fully commit, that will be exactly that. CT's ready for it, and they have the advantage for now, but not for long. 3 players on the CT side for the B bomb side. We'll see if that's going to be enough. Is there 4 there?
The 4th got over there very quickly. Alu hasn't even been involved with that AWP, so they haven't even spotted it yet. It's been all rifles that they've been trading back and forth, and now the AWP is trained onto the bomb.
Oh, we can still see it, I believe. I'm not sure. Be close. Oh, yeah, definitely can.
And everyone just stops. Except for him.
Good adjustment from Ence. They took the timeout. 4 players towards B. Look, you'd throw it away there, though. A chance that could have slipped out.
No niin, Ence käytti runiin.
Rounds in a row. Ence will get a pretty decent round there towards the B area.
This has worked out quite well.
Lätkästä tuli erää tauko. Kanada johtaa 1-0.
Halvo needs one.
All right.
So what's it gonna
Bring
be?
it.
Dress bet?
Sure. Let's go.
You would look real nice.
I've got long legs.
Tight body.
It's that fair Norwegian
Yeah,
skin.
that would look real nice.
That is some nice ass skin.
You
Right
slip
there.
into that thing, no
I mean,
problem.
like just regular
I've been
skin.
working out. I've been doing squats lately too, so.
Oh yeah, working on that peach.
Yep.
It's Princess Peach after all. So.
Exactly.
Princess.
You really got to get committed to the cosplay, don't you?
Christ. Yep. Zai with the AWP, 4 positioning on Banana. No one's peeking just yet.
Oleeko siellä? Oho, nice.
It doesn't even matter. Holy smokes, Alexi B just takes his head right off.
Yeah, Zywo didn't see that one coming at all. Nice teamwork from Ence. Funnels them right back towards the A side, but CT still with 3 towards B. They're fixing that right now. Alu has certainly dropped off. Still, he's been at 10 for the last 5 rounds or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was since round 8 or since round 9. So yeah, it's been a minute. And it now puts the dress out of the realm of possibility. Trace is officially safe.
Clear.
Exonerated.
Yep. Must be nice.
It is nice indeed. I would just like to first of all shout out to, you know, those that have made this very possible, and both Monster Gaming and Sennheiser, both Beyond the Summit.
Eiköhän Ence hoida toivottavasti.
Henry Drewer.
Sure.
That's a new one. I think that one's with a J actually. Last round of the first half. Round number 15. Alex getting in some jumping jacks there in spawn before he heads out.
Yeah, P250 available. That's about it. Is that an RPK at the top? Indeed. So, Galil, lack of utility, 3 AKs, and that P250. Alex still with the AWP as Ence look to really give himself a strong chance of winning this 3rd and final map. 11-4 be a great scoreline for them. They were actually on track for a perfect half. It's until that Deagle round came in from MBK, opened the floodgates. They got 3 more after that. Yeah,
those Deagle shots were gorgeous. If Vitality somehow managed to get 5, that'd be so sick, considering how bleak this half looks. Apex gonna lead the way, looking down for the flashes. Perfect execution. There's Zaiwu trying to make the run, but doubled up in pit. They didn't expect that, and the strategy doesn't work whatsoever. But now finally starting to respond, and with Alu with the AWP, gonna sit back and be able to get the plant.
On tullut 4 hopeeta toisella.
Great shot from Apex. This is a big round. 2-on-2 now, giving themselves a decent chance. The flashbangs on the HG on top.
Damn.
That was really calculated.
Oi harmi kun se ehti
So bomb does get planted. That's a little bit unfortunate, but Apex will reposition from the pit. Makes his way towards that bomb site. Smoke buys him a little bit of time. The flashbang certainly doesn't though. He does recover and...
Nice pojat. 11-4. Nyt jos te kusette, niin otat pistoolin runit. Otat ekan pistoolin runin, saatte 3 runia. Niin, 14-4.
Well then.
So what would perhaps we just wait
Sinä 2 runia
next game.
onnistuu.
Yeah, second
Oh, we're doing
semifinal.
it for
Give us
energy?
some-
All right.
Let's give some time.
Because I don't feel like it would be a
Fair-
if
fair
this
shout.
goes 5 rounds to Ence right now.
That's true.
Easy for Ence.
Working on that hat.
No, I don't.
His
I
Ence
don't need
pants.
The, hat. The pants.
That's
though.
what comes next.
I want the leggings, the Ence leggings. I feel like I look really good in those.
Yeah,
They go
you
underneath.
got the calves for it.
Yeah, they're calf implants, but thank you. See that? See that calf implant?
Oh, that's what you paid for?
Yeah, man.
You want to get your money back, bro.
the calf implants. Anywho,
Oh,
they're not real calf implants, but Henry, you do look baller in that vest.
It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I really feel like the whole black outfit I went for today and the tactical vest, it's popping.
And the white gym socks really do set
Yeah,
it off.
didn't
Like, I
really
think-
consider that. I didn't think this would be perfect, but you know, my sock game would be better tomorrow.
It's all right. There's
It's
hot
important with
wings.
contrast.
Yeah.
Yep, true. Match is paused. Oh, there
There
we
you go.
are. Henry's not dress. I almost said dress, but
It's a little bit big.
can
Wow.
you do a spin for us, like stand up and stuff? Well, you got a headset on, but he's kind of like as tall as Doc Disrespect. So
Yeah. There we go. That's the whole look. I think it looks pretty nice, actually. Maybe bring this in, take this home with me. Bring
you
it
should
into
try.
the
You
outfits.
should wear that to the airport.
Yeah.
That's a normal thing. It's like tactical vests.
Yeah, I
you
don't
know.
see anything wrong here. Got my cell phone in this pocket.
Yeah, like Twix bar here.
My crayons over here. So what's the big deal? I don't understand. Anyway,
Oh,
pause.
dear.
Not entirely sure why, but the second pistol is among us here. And we're about to send one of these teams on into the grand finals. As it looks, Ence in the driver's seat, 11-4, and there's the freeze time being canceled. So should be back on course.
Onneksi huomenna
We'll be
alkaa.
expecting on the CT
Tai
side.
ei oo huomenna mikä niin
Well, at
kun
this point, let's see how the pistol goes for
koulussa
them.
mikään
Maybe a bit up and down
rankkapäivä.
department. But it will be, of course, Alex with the diffuse kit, the
Halu-
flashbangs.
Alkoi, ei niin joo. Joo, joo.
Conversation about their gun rounds. We might not even get
Tehän
that
mä
far
ajattelin.
if they fumble at this first hurdle in the second half.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping we do get to that point, though,
Oh,
because
just to know-
Vitality's been so good with it.
2 smokes on the T side suggests
Yeah.
they go banana. Eventually. We'll see, though.
Oh, they got spotted. BK in a bit of a sticky position right now. How is he going to get out of this one?
He ain't.
I was
He's
gonna say
not.
he's playing a dangerous game. He might just want to bail out. Didn't even have time for it.
Left in a hearse.
That's a bit of a godsend for Ence because now
They haven't used any utility for that.
Right, so they can just hold up. They could give it another 30 seconds or so and then dump those 2 smokes he said. They had is likely to end up towards B, so it's a smoke for coffins. They'll put one in CT spawn as well. And there it is. Flash over. This is a very simple approach, but it's going to be very effective. Remember, there's no spam potential with the USPs. They really need vision to make them effective. And down they go, trying to get that vision. Doesn't work out for them. And there's still another player there. Apex might have wanted to go for a bit of stealth there, perhaps, but he's going to fight 2 for now. If he gets 1 more kill, there's a chance, but not so much anymore. RPK with only 2 frags to his name in that first half. I don't think he'll have what it takes to close this one out.
But still the first of his name. So we will be seeing him try to retake from Banana. 1v3.
Tuli mieleen, että mä teen nyt Ence-setupin. Ence
Does begin to
wallpaper.
tack the nails in, perhaps.
Yeah, the first. The first of what could be many, and if your vitality, I think buying in the second round is
I was about to ask you, what do you
really
think?
a rough prospect.
Well, on Inferno, it's one of the few maps where I don't mind it so much because you can get the Deagle armor smoke with the 1900, and you can treat it like a gun round. If they've gone SMG heavy, that could be something, but they
I think you
haven't
just
gone
wait.
for it. Yeah. I guess, like, there's a conversation to be had. They need that round, but at the same time, they've got a better chance of winning with rifles now.
Because you have
so-
to win. You have to win a strong round first,
Yeah.
right? Because you don't have a losing bonus built up yet. So I think maybe wait till maybe you want to get a shotgun. Maybe you want to get some kind of a close-up SMG. We don't see the P90 too often these days.
You really don't. It's only because it costs 2,350 with no extra kill reward. That's a gun that definitely needs a bit of love. You could probably take that down to 2 grand, and it would become.
You know what?
Start sneaking in.
I don't really care if it's given any love. I don't
Yeah.
mind not seeing it.
You just
I'm
gave
not
it a
gonna-
big shout out.
Well, we don't see it often.
Actually,
I'm just
everything
saying
you
I
said,
don't.
Henry, nah.
We don't need to see it often.
I love it. I want to see it more.
You would.
We haven't seen it in this round thus far. And bomb site will fall there to Ence, the last player in Apex, server for Vitality. Just going to barrel down Banana and perhaps hit a shot.
Perhaps not.
Perhaps
Miten Encelle 13-4.
Cowering Fear. We don't know.
13-4, locked in. Got to get $2,400 per player the next round. Is it going to be enough. They'll have enough for rifles, Kevlar, maybe not helmets, if they want to get kits and incendiaries. We shall see. 4 players survive for Ence. Now, the issue Vitality have, if they are going to buy, the aforementioned helmets are a big issue because Ence know that they didn't force by this round. They know it's coming next. So they're going to have SMGs here. So it's one of those rounds where you can do a really loose call. One of the SMGs removed, but now it's Ence who can just say, like, should we go for an apartments rush? Should we go burst our middle with 5? And try and just punish the fact, take a bit of a crazier round, considering we're close to finishing this one off. Throw in something they might not expect and utilize these SMGs, especially the P90. That's got a lot of running gun potential.
Well, that's probably what they're on the drawing board figuring out right now.
I think Vitality's got to focus on making sure they have the utility, the smokes, and the Molotovs to make sure something super fast-paced doesn't actually happen. Light on it. Looks like Zaiwu.
Yeah, they opted for helmets. They do detect the threat. So no kit so far. There's one. Alex will get it.
I think NBK goes SMG as well.
I think UMP as well would make sense.
Just to put another kit into play.
Just to get the incendiary and the smoke. A couple of flashes as well, and indeed. Oh, okay. Well, Jason, what do you know? What do you know about CS?
Everything that you guys never thought.
Didn't see the auto shotgun coming, did you? Damn. I did not see that coming at all.
Well, let's see what he does with it.
UMP makes so much more sense to me, but yeah, indeed. Let's see what he can do.
I mean, well, the nice thing about the shotgun, you can park them in halls or close to boiler and just let everyone else rotate around him.
It's a ballsy call, though.
The early utility as well, 1:37 he threw that smoke out. So they're going to run out of nades to utilize on these choke points, and already in halls. Oh, this is going to be an explosion. This is going to be a waterfall. That shotgun is going to be useless at this range. The Famas has got to do all the work, and it's not going to.
He finds one with it, though.
We've got an AK now. And a second kill. It's all working out for him.
Ence, ottakaa niitä. Niin.
That shotgun has paid off after all.
Yeah, maybe go back and pick that up.
Yeah, get it back. They're on their feet at least. Not the most exciting round for Ence, I suppose, with the P90 and the UMP there. But now, do they have enough still to continue the blasting? They might want to take a bit of a partial here. They're all hovering around $3,000. It's aerial of a little bit more, 43.
That was such a good win for Vitality with 4 players surviving. You didn't lose the AWPs. It was glass cannon. There was a lot of dangers.
It's a sigh of relief, right? Like, okay, we have a chance now.
Yep. Here we go. NBK going to take a quick glance down mid, sees some legs, some ankles, sees a whole body. It's not fast pressure towards the speed bomb site, but they're going to start creeping up.
Yeah, the back foot. Ence is leaning on it. Sergey. Nothing ahead of his unit. Initial skirmish out here on Banana.
Ite on vissiin kipeä, että...
Zaiwu's been a little bit crazy. I'm kind of amazed that he got out of that alive with 6 HP. That was a bit eager.
Just Alu with the Tech 9, the Tech Nina. Can't do anything with it. So 5 stay alive here for that of Vitality. Wonder what the armor is on some of those guys.
It's really nice from Vitality challenging in that fashion as well. The delayed smokes and Molotovs. Saw it from Ence in the first half as well. It's pretty deadly.
So they've made an interesting choice. They could have taken another partial buy, but they've fully invested into 3 AKs.
I like
Tech 9 CZs. Like, you're not, even if you win the round, it's not like you could steal the round away in the money. Like we said, they've already got plenty left there. Might have wanted maybe take another partial buy. You're kind of putting yourself in a compromised position here. But yeah, they can still definitely win this round. It's not outside the realms of possibility, especially if you get the opening pick.
That's important, though.
That's a huge shot from RPK.
He wanted that up, too.
Yeah, he did. Not able to grab it. It was rolling down the slope.
Maybe next time, man.
Onko parempi tää mun profiilikuva kuin ennen ja vaihdetaan näppiksi? No ei todellakaan vaiheta näppiksi ja on parempi.
This is so dangerous. There is anti-flash being played at the car with the CZ. It's not quick enough. 1 for 1, but the rotation is on its way. And actually now, if Ence presses the issue, 1:10 on the clock, it's a risk with that smoke being thrown down. where they can try and get in here. It's only Apex to defend, swinging out wide. He's missed his timing. Now he goes for the fight. Immediate headshot, but they've gotten into the site. RPK shows up. Here we go. Plant can go down. We'll see what Alexi B has in store.
Yeah, RPK can't go in for
CT-kirkko aika paha paikka nyt kyllä, jos ne tulee samaan aikaan. Niin. Okei, Alex pääsee parempaa paikkaa. Missä toinen on? Se olikin banaani, joo. No, se olisi ollut vielä pahempi.
He hasn't done anything too spectacular to get himself in a really crazy position. Not going to happen, and down he goes.
I'm surprised MBK actually threw that nade. That gave away his position entirely. Could have been dangerous. Bit of an off angle being held there. But 13-7.
On 2 runia. Vitalityllä 8.
Remember, Vitality was down 8-0 at one point.
They were. And it all turned because of a 2K from MBK.
Yeah. That deagle up mid.
We'll see how long hope lasts.
Alu is still not on 20 kills.
Yeah, that didn't really pan out, did it? Actually,
I mean, there was an attempt.
Haluan sanoa Teroilla vain 3 tappaa.
Good at the start.
Yeah.
I was gonna honor it. I was just, waiting on it personally. Posture towards these halls area for Ence with upgraded pistols. They are smoked off at the end of apartments, though.
Classic 4-spy tactic.
Waterfall?
The waterfall.
Yeah.
So they will be flashing off that chimney, smoking towards library. Oh, it's a nice incendiary. Did that land?
No, it got extinguished. It bounced off the body, but it has stopped them for now. And there's the slaughter.
Meat grinder.
Jesus.
RPK and NBK getting it done.
Ei ollut Ace sentäs.
Let's see another round for Vitality. And we're going to see some more weapons come out for Ence, so should be a different looking round altogether.
Absolutely true. They finally got the 5 rifles out. Don't need the AWP on the T side. So indeed, he got extinguished, but MBK, it did enough that I've really confused them and stifled them towards that choke point. Repositioned. Gets himself 4 kills.
I mean, even just the nade tag just stops you, right? If you're that first guy, you're like, ah, fuck.
Yeah,
this isn't gonna go well.
But imagine throwing that grenade and you hear the collision, like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here now immediately. Yeah.
Would have been pretty cool if it did actually land successfully, just roasting them in there as well. That would have been cool.
They're just spamming it with odds.
Yeah.
It's like the embodiment of Counter-Strike.
Your mind going elsewhere there, Jason?
Always.
No, you're just talking about roasting people in fire in a narrow corridor.
In a video game, sure.
Like it's You can say it with a little bit more emotion than that, Trace. You can do
nah, man, if you didn't mess up the McDonald's song, I think I would have more initiative.
Listen, if a dragon heard you say that, it wouldn't be spewing fire anywhere.
Well, hopefully don't break my chair.
Back to the game. 13-8. One of these teams going to the grand finals. Sergey gets a win, traded off by utility.
Are they gonna pop through the smoke?
Yeah, only the French can do that.
Mitä tää?
Nope, never mind.
Sen se voittaa, se pääsee finaaliin.
Yes.
Double smoke that.
A lot of damage done though.
Ton of damage, and eventually Alexi B falls. 7 on 3 HP. They're just trying to get the site, get this bomb planted, but they're having a real tough time. Vitality really taking it to him. The hunt by Alu runs out of bullets mid-fight. Not a good feeling at all.
Aloita se 1v1.
On the floor.
And it's X7 on 3 HP.
It's already planted Zywoo's in the site.
Those mistakes are starting to show now. They're not together, all focusing on their own little individual quests there to the side. And X7 gives himself a fighting chance. He gets himself the defuse. Zywoo with the AWP. This needs to calm down. X7 needs to get a reload if possible. There is a kid there. Zywoo sits. If he fires a bullet, looks like he's in the right direction at this point. Oh, I like this from X7. You'll never check this. You'll never check this.
Squeaky bump time.
Hey!
He overthinks it. He had it.
I think you could have just thrown the Molotov without getting up on the box
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, just peeked out, jiggled it.
You just right-clicked and...
Ence te ette voi hävitä, mä en pysty kattoo
As long
tätä.
as it spreads,
It was a
you're good,
nice
right?
idea,
fine, yeah.
but I felt like the position he put himself in, it's like you gambling anyway, right? Is he going to check this or not? I think it was such a strong spot, he would have been fine.
Oof.
Damn, that was real tight.
Molotov would have been, the 7 second would have been enough as well, I think. Like, he did
Oh, yeah.
somehow
Yeah,
get it
yeah,
down.
yeah, for sure.
You can see like it got real low because he couldn't reload that. He
Like
did
right here.
so well.
Just
You
stand up and throw it right down.
The way it's planted, you would assume maybe he went to the pit or something like that. Like that was a really nice idea. But
Well, even then, yeah, I don't know. That whole jumping on the box thing.
A lot of weird stuff happened that round. Alu chasing into the library.
I think the reason why I did it is because you didn't want.
Oh,
What the
You didn't
fuck?
want him to hear the sound of the Molotov lighting, right?
is he burning in on the pass there?
A lot of
Oh,
people are
what the
burning
hell?
right now.
Yeah.
Oh, still gets the opening.
Take that.
The balls.
Well, we're getting scrappy again.
Sieltä
I think they're
pistelee.
just gonna press the issue. I think they're just gonna.
Yeah,
screw
I
it.
feel like
Oh, look at
sometimes
the-
when you get in this point, we've got no utility.
3 kattajaa, joo on aika rippaa, kun tää YouTuben ilmoitukset kaikki kusi, niin tää ei varmaan ehdottaa tätä striimiä kellekään, niin
Could be sick. Oh, nice cut off from Sergey.
täällä
Alex
on ollut Saja, Tomi ja sitten Persikkapata yhdessä vaiheessa. Niin olisi se 06 se joku. Tää YouTube hakkuusi ilmoitukset.
Real scrummy round.
Koska korkeimmillaan täällä on ollut 7 kattojaa. Että please YouTube.
Someone know that.
Ei katsojia korkeimmillaan on ollut 8.
Yeah, he was trying to. He had like the Molotov in front and behind.
Suomi teki maali, let's go, Anttila.
Sergey was like in the safe spot, then he ran forward and burned out the 5.
The flames absolutely rails the top CT, and that's the opening they needed.
No niin, Ence ottaa tässä runi.
It was very well timed.
14-19.
Well, a lot of people like consider Molotovs to be force fields, and that's why those sort of plays work so well, because you're sat there, you may be reloading, and your flash is out. You feel like you're protected. If you can run through like a
Se oli
couple of
komea
seconds
veto.
before the Molotov goes down, you time that well, you can catch CTs off guard.
Yeah. Just considering, oh, well, they haven't run through it to this point. They're not going to run through it at all.
Right.
I mean, he does come out on the other side with 5 HP, and I mean, yeah, that kind of sucks, but it's worth getting that initial kill, right? So.
Okay then. Ence knocking on the door of Series Point here, looking to book themselves a place in the grand final. It's Liquid and NRG in our second game today. That's the other semi-final, of course. They'll be looking to get to the grand final. Say,
Kyllä mulla tullut ilmoitusta, mutta tuli kans sanoa,
I would say still the favorites, but did drop to NRG yesterday.
Juu. Joo, mä tiedän. YouTube kusi ilmoitukset. Se antoi ilmoitukset hetken päästä niille, jotka oli siellä striimissä, että joo.
Yeah, Sergey's been making a lot of these
Tyyliin.
selfless plays. A lot of the I'm going first mentality.
Ei tappoja Vitali
Eaten alive.
Hallu sai tapo.
No default there. Straight into the decommitment, lost players at the start.
Tämähän on hyvä, kun kuulen sun pikkuinen huudesta, koska Suomi saa maan. Se oli ehkä mun pikkusisko, mä en ole varma. Torille. En usko.
Scrappy round before. I say take a timeout then. Let's discuss this round properly. Let's bring the coach in. Let's work out how we don't throw this round away. 5 players committed to be at the start of the round. When you're losing numbers and damage as well, you've already seen it's an absolute nightmare there. They really cover everything.
Tuntuu, että Alex B näyttää siltä. En muista skineistä, kun hän on.
That whole mindset of once you get up to a certain point, maybe you're sitting on match point, you're sitting just about on the cusp, and there's a big deficit in numbers. You're thinking, oh yeah, that round's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Eventually, you find yourself 14-10. Before you know it, could be 14-14.
Could be.
Will it be? That's the question. What do you think, chat?
You really like the chat.
I really love it.
We have no vision of the chat. We can't see it.
Yeah, we'll get them interacting with each other. It's good for them.
Yeah, get them out there.
Rather than spamming Kappa signs at each other and stuff. Whatever, dude.
Is flash enabled? CDs get that
Gugu Kaisu. Tilaa seuraat minua myös Twitchissä, hehe.
Pretty obviously low. They will recover with the frag, but still a 4-on-4, and it slows them down. So that presence from Alex at least will save the day in that respect. They do manage to pick up an AUG though, so that boosts their chances somewhat here on the end side. They haven't fully invested into this one. The cash left over at 2k. But yeah, Vitality definitely back in this game now. This is pretty much anyone.
3 kattoja, no niin, YouTube please. Lataan uuden streamin ja toivon, että siitä tulee ilmoitukset, että sinne tulisi porukkaa. Jos ei se toteuda, niin mä en striimaa tänään, koska YouTube on perse.
Flash. The commitment comes through. MBK knows all too well how to handle this one. He'll be getting himself 3 frags.
God damn it. No niin, X7.
Sonny has a lot of work to do.
Ei.
Interesting approach at the end there. But that would be
X7 juoksesta niinku päätön kaana.
He had that peak too on Arch side. Where you're spooning.
Oh yeah,
X7
doing things a little bit differently.
playing Quake. Y'all are playing Counter-Strike. 14-11. It's gonna buy into it. Allie with the op. 5 kills in the half, I think, right? He had 10 at half.
It might have been 11.
Well done.
Oh.
Slower paced and a little bit more calculated at events. Taking Hall's control. They've got this dangerous stack to work through, though. Imagine eventually Ariel's going to be joined up with X7 to take over that. A lot of faith.
Se voi puskea kun Silveri. Niinpä. No muut se kuulet se latas, mutta se oli siellä ihan niin jees, mut joo kumminkin se vähän niin. Joo kumminkin ja juu.
Blind shot as well, and Ence gets absolutely nothing until Alu. Great response, even tagging NBK as well. He spotted one drop in towards pit, so they've got that information. One in sight, one in the pit. And now forced back by the Molotov, but reinforcements have come to the A site. If Ence can find a nice timing on this bomb site, that smoke is not going to hold them back. This could be everything.
Really up in the air right now. Ence again, Jason, committing through the smoke this time, a little bit more successful. The gap is there, though. You've got to nail that smoke. It'll be up to Alex, though, who'll just try and do another plant. Doesn't actually land successfully, though. 3 versus 2 in favor of Vitality. Bomb doesn't get planted now. It will. Ooh, not quite. This is really scrappy from Ence. They're struggling here.
Mitä Aleksi tee?
Yeah, it is. Alu's got to get aggressive. He's got one. He can turn around up in hand. Low HP, gonna try and ignore the smoke, get the bomb planted, he's gonna fake it out. Hopefully someone's gonna get drawn in, and I think that's the end. They're gonna start circling from behind. Gonna take this fight, misses the shot, now he just has to survive.
No niin, Allu.
Last kill is not gonna be presented to him.
Damn.
God damn it.
That was real awkward for Ence inside the bomb site.
They landed some good shots, but let's just break that down. They've gone
Vitality tarvitsee 3, Ence 1. Encellä kasvaa paine, niillä ei oo rahaa. Ei oo niillä rahaa, mutta joo. Ja Team Vitality. 1 AVP, 4 aukkia.
I don't know, like for the last 2 months I've seen more and more teams, just more and more people in general having a gap in that smoke.
I think it's just like, it's so easy to throw it. People are like getting a little bit carried away with that and not just doing the proper lineup perhaps, I don't know.
Alu going up real fast in mid, bro. Zywoo ain't having none of that. So the ops are out on the table. Sergey picks it up off of Alu. Zywoo's still very much alive inside of the site, and he's going to be defending the hell out of it. Well, there's a little bit of a pinch from the other side. Eventually, Zywoo does fall, and that defense of the site has as well.
Oof, this is anyone's round now. They've given themselves a fighting chance here, but RPK not wasting any time. They've gone through together. This is looking good. They've got it down to a 2 versus 1. Sergey with
ja Vikan kahtaa Ei.
The sound cue of the Molotov, it gives it up, and that's going to be the kill. Vitality win a huge round there. Deny the plant as well. I love that pounce as well. Before they even get a chance to plant the bomb, they're all through them. 3 of them through the smoke. No chance to set up. No post-plant positions. They're on the bomb site, and they're applying so much pressure.
And they have complete control of this game now. Even down 1 round, it feels like they have the advantage. I mean, they've solved everything. They've been winning some of the early fights. They've been able to hold Ence back in some of the early duels. They've been able to win out in these clutches and these weird situations in the bomb sites.
And they just keep hammering away at him when they're going to get this bomb planted, and it's just totally throwing Ence for a curveball. Looks like they want to pressure Banana again early on. This Molotov's going to keep it back just a little bit. Sergey's not going to be running through this one. Use some more there again.
Päättyykö nää 15? Ei. Vaan ajattelen, että jos pääsisi edes niinku jatkoajalle. Koska tää nyt näyttää vähän pahalta.
Yeah, when you're trying to bang your head through the brick wall and Banana with that
Eli Ence tarvitsee 2 ja Team Vitality 3.
That's a red flag.
Yep. That's
kuulostaa liian pahalta.
What a disadvantage to put yourself into early on. 3 on 5, 1 smoke to use for the Ence side. This Deagle better be incredible if they want the openings.
So nyt jos Ence kusee, niin Ence pelit loppuu tähän.
Alright, if he wins that fight,
pahalta näyttää.
Alright, deal. Halvor accepts that deal.
On behalf of Halvor, I accept that deal in his honor.
Why, thank you. How kind.
Don't worry, that fight's never going to happen. They're going to go ahead and traverse back the top middle. 2 on 1. They're going to go ahead and traverse back the top middle. 2 on 1. They're going to go ahead and traverse back the top middle. 2 on 1. They're going to go ahead and traverse back the top middle. 2 on 1. They're going to go ahead and traverse back the top middle. 2 on 1. They're going to go ahead and traverse back the top middle. 2 on 1. They're going to go ahead and traverse back the top middle. 2 on 1. They're going to go ahead and traverse back the top middle. 2 on 1. They're going to go ahead and traverse back the top middle. 2 on 1. They're going to go ahead and traverse back the top middle. 2 on 1. They're going to go ahead and traverse back the top middle. 2 on 1. They're going to go ahead and traverse back the top middle. 2 on 1. They're going to go ahead and traverse After being Molotov'd off on the porch side, let's start to look at their options towards the arch. That big grenade on Sergey, though. That one hurt.
Bomb down. Any chances they had of this round have been stomped to the ground. It's going to be Vitality. Trace, you called it up about 5 rounds ago. You said, well, 49 now. All of a sudden, that could be 14-14. That's exactly what's happened. Vitality could steal this game away. Full reverse sweep. It's been a really disappointing tournament for Ence. Yes, in the semi-finals, but it's not the way they wanted to get here. By the skin of their teeth, they got through. First map looked good. Second, not so
Meneekö
much.
Vitality oikeesti finaaliin?
To let you know, just a sense of how dominant this is. I mean, Ence was up 8-0, so this is a 14-6 run for Vitality.
Yeah.
If that had just been, if the score was 14-6,
Ei saa kyllä mikään naatti, pojat.
You consider this, right? Like halftime score was 11-4. Ence wins pistol.
Yeah, there's that too.
So they were up 13-4.
Ence fans now on the edge of their seats as we look at what is ultimately series point in the near future, as well as a berth into those grand finals.
Sulla tuntuu, että jos Ence kusee nyt tänne, se kusee koko peli.
Do we think overtime is in play here? Or has Ence just been so flat on their T side that it's not looking likely?
Ence puskekaa peille, nopea kääntäkää aamia peille, sitten se on siinä.
Chicken wings, and they're like, you know what, guys,
They're distracted.
Wingstop out there on the table, so
No niin, lähti jo 1 peille.
Yeah, that's where I'm going after this one.
immediately following this.
Well, here we go. The last couple of rounds here. Overtime certainly
Nyt tätä voi
possible.
kustaa tätä.
Alex doesn't want to get there though. He'll be finding the first
Ei.
by X7 by himself towards A.
On kyllä kuullut se A
In the open here, but the smoke doesn't block his vision, it seems. He will be taking down Sergey. And this is another
Paskapeli.
nightmare scenario. Ends have it go for 1 by 1. Or they fall back with 30 seconds back towards A. I guess they save the guns. Yeah, that's what they
But
really
even
can
if you
do.
save, you have 2 players who can't buy utility.
Yeah, you could have 3 players that get no extra cash. So you get no extra grenades on
Why are
those
2 people
guys.
staying
On
back?
Ariel and Alu,
Yeah, what are they
So,
thinking?
to be fair, we've got
they're lost,
Alexi on
mate.
$900.
They have no idea what to do.
Yeah,
They're shook.
this seems like a big breakdown at the
So they
command
can't-
level of what's going on here.
Can we bring up the scoreboard? They maximum loss bonus, right? Yeah, indeed.
Oh yeah, no, they've
Sure,
been
just to confirm.
That is
been there for a while.
that is an ugly second half
So they get 3,400.
round line.
3 players don't get money, but they have at least got weaponry. They'll barely be able to buy any grenades. I think there's $900 on one of them, so you can get a smoke, a couple of flashes maybe.
Man, Vitality's playing for the grand finals.
Yeah,
and
they
they will have earned that grand finals if they can do this.
Damn right.
100%.
2 players without any grenades at all, but it's Alo with his AWP. This all comes down to this moment. They had a 14-7 lead, and now Vitality has stolen that away. They're the ones who have found series point first. What a grind it has been. They said the group stages, it meant nothing essentially. They had to prove themselves in the best of 3 today, and they've worked hard for this. They've had to dig so deep to get back in this game. Ence have certainly been scrappy. Apex trying to force the issue here. The flashback makes
No niin,
it
eka pois, toka pois.
What have they done?
They might have given it up in round 30.
Oh,
That's a rough one, a tough pill to swallow.
Zaiwu coming in hot.
He
just got
is.
spotted.
No niin.
On his rampage on Banana.
Let's go Ence, overtimeilla
Vitality
please,
what I see.
kiitos.
Looking like some bonus rounds here, unless RBK can do something miraculous, but I'd say this one's all.
Ei tää yksi jätkä voi
Ence was
kuluttaa.
just given a gift.
Miksi tää vetänyt äskeistä rundia tällä lailla?
Here we go.
Yeah, Ence, like that's a scary one. All things considered, I didn't even see any sort of indication there that they were going to be able to figure out this T side at all.
I don't really think they figured it out either.
It just kind of worked out that Sergey got a 4K, right?
I mean, it's kind of easy to be critical of that play by Vitality because you're just like, Ence had only won a single gun round that entire half. So why are you trying to be the aggressors in that
Well, I
situation?
don't mind that.
It's,
round 30,
it's not
right?
like, they
it's-
haven't done it in their CT side as well. Like maybe we've seen Apex getting flashed out a couple of
Yeah.
He's even gotten picked off a couple of
It's-
times on that
That's
aggressive
what I'm saying.
play.
I know it's easy to you can always have the conversation about it. It's easy to be critical with the way it panned
Oh yeah,
out,
like
right?
you don't look to your in-game leader and blame him. Like it's an idea, it sure didn't
Nyt
work out,
Ence
but
2
a lot of teams
voittoa
when they get to
teroilla.
match
Ence
point,
voittaa
they'll
kaikki
play
CT.
not to lose, right?
Se voittaa vaan
They'll go super
pistol
passive,
runia.
play that standard, like, I like in-game leaders taking things into their own hands and
Like
say
an initiative to get
yeah,
into the
right.
fight.
Instead of us
Yeah.
sitting back and cowering and like making mistakes, let's have an objective here. Let's work together and see if we can get the flash kills and at least get that first pick and surprise them.
Aivan, tämähän säilyy tiimin balanssi vissiin.
And it will be overtime. I think this
Rahat
is
balanssi.
10k MR3 here. So it's
Eri
first to
asia, en
19, 18-18 for double overtime.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
See if you get that typical
No
swing.
niin, jos Ence ottaa
OTs
2,
as well,
niin se
where
riittää
pretty much
todennäköisesti.
regulation scores doesn't matter at all. I mean, we saw strong CT sides from both teams here.
Well, this is a
Yksikin
real opportunity
voisi
to
riittää.
reset, right?
Yeah.
For both teams, you know, if this didn't work, let's kind of recenter, let's kind of bring it back into focus here. And really figure it out what it is.
No niin,
Is keep
ne lähtee alle.
opponent.
Pommi, älä mene A, ei.
Third map, overtime on Inferno. We've been here many times before. Ence will continue their campaign on the T side here. It's been rough, but I feel like getting to overtime will be a mental release.
Niin kuin se tänne karuni ainakin.
Something they can say, right, we can calm down now. We've learned what the issues are. I feel like it's
Lähtikö?
all falling apart there in the final couple
Lähtin
minutes
kääntämään
where they
B:lle vai?
get shot. One thing will happen, it slows them down. They're not sure how to recover.
Yeah. And you know, inversely, Vitality, they kind of got to look at this and say, well, this was working. We should go back to what we
Double pick vasta double pick.
No orb for Zywoo, just know that is on the M4. No real damage given out on either sides. Middle control granted though. It's RPK playing with the barrels. Sendry just to push them back. Nice time to throw it. 35 seconds comes through.
sound cue there. We're going to see that Molotov fly right over the A site into a smoke. You heard it diffuse.
Ooh, just a little bit too far to the right.
Yeah, but they want to try to dip off the spawn. It looked like, but Zywoo's going to be there to answer the call, blocking off all of Arch. MBK doing what he can from the pit. And it's just Alu and Sergey, and they've doubled back all the way to B, but they're running him right into two defenders of Vitality.
That's it.
Vihaan tätä aukia.
1 HP. Alu now. It's a swift shot, but the relocation is way too strong.
Ei.
Nice play from Alex.
Yeah, and he was just playing the time there as well. There was 7
Yep.
seconds left when he dropped down. He goes down to 1 HP, by the way. Wasn't the cleanest a shot from him from that boost position, but regardless, he gets the kill, repositions, runs down the clock. Really good play.
Here's the thing: if you're Vitality now, you just say, "Listen, no more aggressive shit. Let's just
Yeah, let's reel that in.
like they haven't even proven they can beat the passive stuff. Every
Yeah.
time they force into making some kind of a play into an opening step, they get demolished.
DE_stroid. That one was just for you, Jason.
I like that one.
Saving the gold for the semis.
Yep, that's what I was doing. Saving strats for the semis. We'll continue down into this overtime.
En tiedä, miksi se ärsyttää näin paljon.
Banana control there too on top of it, going into the second round. This is going to be a contest, isn't it? It's going to continue to fight over it.
Sieltä kaikki
Sergey
damaa.
has been the
Hopetmerkki
entry man. Sergey
pois.
has been leading the charge and
Puolet.
defensive pushes that Ence has been
Tärkeä ketty vähän osumaan. Bot Ence.
get him in there. Hell, he got him to overtime.
Really did.
Vitaan liittyillä on niin paljon rahaa, että ne voitti. No,
It's just much like that Deagle round from NBK. Like if you're gonna rely on Sergey to go up banana and get you the 3 opening kills, that's the recipe to winning a T round. You're in some trouble.
saattaa Pave olla.
That's a big aerial strike.
Just let that one sit there for a second.
Hey, you guys are the ones sitting there, okay? Jeez. Whatever.
No
Haters gonna
niin.
hate. That's all I gotta say about
Ottakaa
it.
yksi. Se voi riittää jo
Help me out,
pitkälle.
fellas and ladies.
Oi Jeesus.
Okay, nested up in the back of the site does.
Mä en
get
voi
the
katsoa
frag.
tää paskaa.
For that Vitality. Strong start here for the Frenchman and the one UK guy that
For one Brit, flying the flag high. We've lost one already.
in the tournament, of course,
In the
nothing
tournament,
like
yeah.
super serious or
Still
anything.
pour
just
one out for
kinda-
the homie. We'll see 2-0 come through for Vitality. If they're buying orbs on the T side, money comes a bit of an issue. You can see, actually 2 pistols here. So 3 AKs, and they're going to struggle. Then this looks like an almost guaranteed 3-0 here, unless Sergey can find another ridiculous sequence.
Well, okay, this time it's not
Went for
Apex
it.
being sent forward. It's Zywoo.
No, he hit
Oh,
it.
wow.
Actually gets the leg on it. Like,
Like,
oh, there we go. The
From
follow-up.
grave. Nice.
Vitality have done those combos a couple of times actually, where they let no one like escape a banana once they've committed.
Well, 3 on 4 to try and get 1 round in this overtime half.
Yeah, getting skunked on the first of OTs.
Could Ariel potentially pick up an op or pick up a gun at least in top banana? I think that might be the goal.
I think so, yeah. I think there's one laying down somewhere, yeah.
There we go.
Easily. And a Molotov.
Yeah, he's got some utility there too. Still, the numbers an advantage here for Vitality, and they're going to try to hold on to this B site. Just a smoke separating.
Apex expecting a boost here behind the smoke.
Old and fast. 50 seconds on the clock.
Rotation coming over from Vitality, though, so they will have 2 players. Might boost up Alex here. And it will get cleared as well, though.
A chance.
Ooh, he's a little bit high. Got some damage. Nothing too exciting. 2 maybe players on the flank, though. This could be nasty. And RPK's got utility.
Still 3v3 here on the retake for Vitality.
Here we go.
Use that Molotov towards new box. Try to regain control of this site.
Decent molly. Get out.
Oh, wow.
2 of them towards Emo. A classic setup here. You will check it now. You need it to really be a bit. Oh, he challenged it. I've respected Ariel. This could be it, though. Look for the 3-0, and they've got it. As long as he does it, which he does, and it's going to be quite the defuse there. So, Jason, I'm sure you're aware of that approach. You put 2 towards Emo, right? You have 1 challenging, 1 hiding, with the understanding that no one's going to face. So, I don't know why he would at least experiment with that idea and run the ball, right?
Maybe
just stay way more hidden.
Yeah, instead of swinging out like
I think the 1v2 might have made him nervous. I actually thought that swing was a bit aggressive if you're going to try and bait someone into thinking that.
Yeah.
Just a full commit.
Yeah.
But again, that's getting very nitpicky, isn't it?
Sure.
Perhaps he also thought somehow. I mean, was he all the way back in the corner? I mean,
he was definitely. He was looked into the corner. He was hidden away. I guess it was just because his teammate died.
God.
We assumed they were going to check it.
Could have gotten a drop on, one of the 2 players
maybe
coming onto the site.
He's close. He's low. Could have swung out. Try to get the.
Yksikin häviö Encelle meinaa.
Yeah, that's a bit old school.
Do like it.
Sitä, että ne hävis.
All right, so Vitality needs 1. That's all it takes. But I mean, to be fair, they've been playing CT side for so long now that we shouldn't forget.
Forgotten how it all works.
But we shouldn't forget the fact that they've struggled massively on their T side as well.
Well, they're anticipating banana from the looks of it.
Oh, God.
No way.
He's had enough.
Ette tuu näin
He
syvälle.
doesn't really care, does
There's
he?
4 here again. He wants the ball. Get him out of here.
He's the closer.
Into his own hand. Zywoo couldn't make it up.
That's it.
That's
Pack it up,
it.
boys.
Put
Stick
a ball
fork in
on
it,
it.
Henry.
Put a fork in it, Jason. It's done. Oh
Wow.
my God!
That's
Keep it on there
deserved.
for a second.
That's deserved.
You're going to give me a high five or I'll take that high
Well,
five.
I take
My
it back. I said come into the semi-finals.
God.
Zywoo has been quiet. He gets 36 frags on overpass. He
Heitikin
closes out
ragea
on
mulle.
4K in
Aha.
overtime on Inferno. That is world-class, sick Counter-Strike. Really impressive stuff. An exciting finish to a great series. You got to feel for Enzo, boys. The fact they were 14-7 up and giving it away in overtime is going to be the most gutting ways to let it go.
Giving that testament to the Vitality side. I mean, this is something where they've really battled back into it.
Äiti, kun tätä pelikin kun noin raivataan.
Yeah, just
Voit mä
another
pelaan CS itse raivo.
performances, impressive things we've seen out of them this week.
Ooh, that was exciting.
That was a good way to end the game.
GG.
Yeah.